What's up, San Diego? Welcome in on this Tuesday afternoon. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Cello, Matt Scraby. 4 hours of Gwynn and Chris here today. Crazy NFL trade deadline. We'll get to that later on in this hour. But we start with some Padre news. Can't say that I'm extremely surprised by the news, but it is news nonetheless. Yu Darvish will miss the 2026 season due to Tommy John surgery that he is he undergoing, or did he already have?
He's
already had it. So based on what we saw towards the end there, it made a little bit of sense, right? We saw Joe Musgrove kind of endure the same thing, throw until it basically went. For Yu Darvish, it doesn't seem like it completely went based on the fact that he finished the season, but certainly we'll have to have that repaired. And I don't know that there was a guarantee that you would have had him if healthy anyway. But now there's no question you won't have him for the 2026 season.
Yeah, there's a few things to unpack, I think, about this, Tony. First of all, we don't know that Darvish would have even been, in the starting rotation next year had he been healthy. I think there was some talk of that. So secondly, in addition to that, I think it's safe to say we've all probably seen the last of Yu Darvish in a Padre uniform. I guess it's possible he could sit out all of next season and at the age of 42, 43, come back in 2027, better than ever. But I think that's a long shot. Yeah. And I think, look, this is part of the risk you take by signing a lengthy contract to an older player. I think we all agreed, or most of us agreed with the contract when it was signed. Now many of us are saying, oh, no, I told you so. This was a stupid idea. That's Monday morning quarterbacking. But beyond all of that stuff, I think Padre fans today, and myself included, have at least a little bit of a bone to pick with either Yu Darvish or the Padres in general. We don't know exactly how he was feeling. We don't know everything that, led to this surgery today or this week that he announced today. But the bottom line is we now look back on the game that we needed to win to keep our season alive, Game 3 in Chicago, and we had Yu Darvish starting that game. And now we come to find out he needed Tommy John surgery. Michael King didn't start that game. Anyway, so I think there's some people.
What's the bone to pick, though?
The bone to pick is that we had a less than healthy pitcher starting the most important game of the season, or a pitcher that was probably not at 100%.
Didn't we kind of know that? We didn't know the extent of a torn Tommy John, but was anybody watching thinking that, Darvish is 100% healthy?
Well, he wasn't pitching. He wasn't pitching 100% great, but we were hoping that he would, use the savvy and some of the experience that he had, from previous big games. And we were hoping that he would, be the guy to carry us to the victory ahead of Michael King, who was coming off of an injury, but did pitch in Game 3. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I guess I don't know what the bone actually is.
Well, I think the bone to pick is that the fact that somebody somewhere should have said something.
He had a Tommy John. I
understand what Chris is saying.
How do you know that?
Chris is saying
is he supposed to have an MRI before the game to clear that up?
I'm just assuming he had to be hurting in some way, shape, or form at that time, and whether he told people or was honest with people, or they knew and said, nope, this is our best option. I think either of those is not a great look. I do.
I don't know that you could put it on the team because we don't know when the actual tear happened. It could have been just bothering him for a little bit, and then during the game it could have happened. But I don't think that they would actually send an injured player out there that would impact the game enough to lose the game.
Technically, they sent Joe Musgrove out in a playoff game with a partially torn thing. We had no issue with that. So, I don't know what the bone to pick would be other than...
Well, have you seen the people that follow this Padre team? Have you read some of the stuff that we get
I have
in
not.
our inbox? I know you
I
have.
actually have
Because we
not
tell
gone
it
on
to
there
you,
today.
half of it. I'm just saying, I think some people are going to feel some type of way about this news, and they are going to connect the fact that it was Darvish who started game 3, and now less than a month later, it is Darvish who is having Tommy John surgery. That's all, Tony. I get how this can happen. Darvish might have said he's fine, and you got to take him at his word. He's Yu Darvish. He's a guy that you rely on and you count on. But I don't think he could have gone out to the mound feeling anywhere near 100%. And, it would have been nice. I don't know. I would like to believe that we had a 100% chance to win that game, and maybe we didn't.
I mean, we lost 3-1.
Yeah, he didn't pitch all that bad.
I don't know.
No, I know. The hitting took us
score.
out of it. The hitting took us out of it. But
let's see.
Look, Scraby kind of agrees with me, which scares me a little bit.
No, I never said that. I never said that. Actually, I was going to say.
If you were against me, I'd feel much more confident.
I was going to say, is this Freaky Friday? Or we
like
switch bodies? Because that seems like a take that I would have, honestly.
Yeah, well,
but he went an inning. He gave up 4 hits and 2 runs, struck out 1.
He only pitched 1 inning in the last game.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
and I see what you're saying, Chris. I see what you're saying. The optics for some might not look great, but I cannot think they would have put him in there if he wasn't going to get the job done.
Can't imagine that they felt that he was going to be hurt and not be able to do the job either. I don't even for a second think that. However, it's going to be something that hangs over us a little bit. The more important thing, having said all of that, is what the Padres are going to have to do about it. I mean, now your starting rotation consists of Nick Pivetta, most likely Joe Musgrove, Randy Vasquez, and JP Sears.
Yeah.
That's pretty much your starting rotation at this moment. And I don't think anybody thinks that would be a winning, quartet, at least not at this moment. So, that's going to make it more important.
Yeah.
Obviously for them to go out and get more starting pitching, which is something they were going to have to do anyway.
So there's that. Darvish out for 2026. Got the news yesterday that Michael King, I almost said Stephen King, but Michael King opted out of his deal. So that's why he wasn't mentioned in that rotation that Chris just kind of ran through. He's a free agent along with Dylan Cease and Robert Suarez. Also, I think the bullpen, just looking at it right now, is in a much, much better shape than the starting rotation. But long time between now and then. We haven't heard very much word on AJ Preller and that extension. Certainly have kind of heard that there's going to be some staff changes among some of the other coaches, not named Ruben Niebla. We'll see if that turns out to be true or not.
Yeah, we've seen Tim Leeper's name pop up and a couple of potential moves to third base coach somewhere else. It's been a little quiet, to be honest with you. I mean, other teams are naming managers. Braves got in there yesterday with Walt Weiss. There's only 2 teams that don't have a manager now, and the Padres and the Rockies. And I don't think you ever want to be in a category with the Rockies, no matter what the category is.
Yeah, I think the Padres have been methodical the last couple of times they did this. I remember having the same conversation before it was official that Mike Schilt was coming as the manager. I would say this leads me to believe that possibly they want to interview somebody on the final 2 teams that just got done. Otherwise, it would be a bigger deal, I think, right? If you didn't name one. So we'll see how this shakes out. Do we also think that AJ Preller's situation is holding it up?
I mean, I don't want to. It's hard for me to say, right? We're not there. We don't know everything that's happening. But again, I'm looking at optics, and when your general manager probably needs to have his contract extended and hasn't, that to me could be holding things up.
Here's why I would say it's not holding up. He still has a year.
True.
Job
he does
to
have
do.
job to do. Right.
I don't think he could just sit out and kind of hold things up.
Right.
Now, there are a lot of different kind of tentacles to this one, right? I mean, is it going to be solely AJ's decision? Is it going to be a kind of a group thought in terms of who the manager that comes in? But knowing AJ, he probably does not care about the extension part. I think he is pretty professional when it comes to, he knows he's got a year left. He's going to do the job that is in front of him and then kind of see where the chips fall from there. If he gets an extension, he gets one. If he doesn't, I'm pretty sure there'll be other teams knocking on his door to acquire service.
I mean,
Go ahead.
if any team needs AJ Preller's creativity, it's probably the Rockies. He
Yeah.
can make anything work.
But honestly,
I don't
we
know
were
if he can
talking.
work for Dick, though.
Not to spend any time on them, but Tony read me something just before the show. Apparently, there were 2 finalists for the director of baseball operations for the Rockies, and both of them have checked out. Like both of them don't now want the job. And so it's wide open again. I'm thinking, in my free time to just apply.
Might as well.
Because what the Rockies are struggling with is finding anyone who will take this job, apparently. And I think the same is going to come down to their manager.
Yeah.
There's a good example of what we're talking about in terms of guys not wanting to put themselves in harm's way. You look at this New Orleans Saints situation, and you've got Kellen Moore in his first time ever being a head coach. The fact that he is overseeing one of the worst teams in the NFL is going to, A, go against his record, B, go against him if he ever wants to try to get another job.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys don't want to put themselves in that situation.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Mark Ziegler said Union Tribune will join us a little bit later, talk about the Aztecs tipping off here tonight against Long Beach State. Remember to listen at 5:30 for us to announce today's biggest fan for a chance to qualify for a night in our Odyssey suite at a future Padre game with all of the fan staff. Register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest-fan in order to potentially have your name called. Let's get the break. On the other side, the NFL went crazy today at the trade deadline. We'll get into it. More Gwynn and Chris.
It has to do with average temperatures in the year 2024. And this is the average temperature, high, maximum per day, minimum per day. It is going to be your job today to find the 25 states whose average temperature is under 55 degrees. California's at 60. You're looking for anything under 55. I'm not going to let you go first. I'm going to give Tony first.
Let's start with Montana.
That is correct.
Montana.
Montana's the 4th coldest state in the U.S., 44.5 degrees average temperature. All right, Scraby, that leaves a really obvious one for you. I gave Tony first, but he didn't take it. So you can.
I don't know that these are that obvious to any of us.
All right,
Chris.
Well, I think one is obvious.
Alaska,
I think. Thought Alaska was pretty obvious. 27.8 degrees average temperature in Alaska. 16 degrees colder than any other state. Tony's up.
Washington, the state.
State of Washington is on the list at 48.4. So Tony takes a 2-1 lead. Scraby, give me a cold state.
Maine.
Tony, you're up 2-2.
How about Idaho?
Idaho's pretty cold. Cold enough at 45.5, 7th coldest in the U.S.
Well, it's my favorite state to say. Minnesota.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious. Same as Idaho. Minnesota, 45.5, Tony.
How about North Dakota?
North Dakota, there
North
you
Dakota.
go. You found it, number 2, 43.7 there.
I'll take the lesser-known Dakota. The
South Dakota.
I think it's the more-known Dakota.
Yeah, I would think it's more. Tony, you are up in a 4-4 tie with no strikes yet.
How about Oregon?
Oregon, believe it or not, Oregon's cold enough to make the list. Tony's 5, Scraby's 4.
Never been here, but I knew someone from here and said it's very cold. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's cold. Tony.
How about Vermont?
Vermont's cold, and it's right next to New Hampshire, so that was good. 46.3. Tony goes up 6-5.
How about Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be in there. Just below. Tony, you're up.
We're going to move to Wisconsin's neighbor. How about a little Illinois?
Oh.
How about a little Illinois? Little Illinois didn't make it. You can get your first lead of the day here.
A state that I've been to, a state that has beautiful scenery, Wyoming.
That's number 3. Wyoming, 44.3. I can definitely second that.
Laramie is like the
notion, having been there every year to Laramie. It's cold. Tony.
Iowa.
Iowa. That's a
Iowa.
great one.
Is it?
Has to be on there.
51.5. Iowa just snuck in there.
I'm going to bank on the part of the state that's not attached to the paw is cold. Michigan.
Michigan is a winner. Very good. The Upper Peninsula you're referring to.
The paw.
How about Utah?
Utah, Salt Lake City and company. Yep,
Park
it's
City.
cold there.
Yeah.
51.2. That is correct. Tony hits it. 8-8. The only difference is Tony's got a strike.
Nueva York.
Nueva York.
New York for Chris.
It does get cold there in New York. 49 degrees average temperature in New York is Tony.
Connecticut.
Connecticut. You
What
ready-
about Ohio?
You ready to come up with an answer, Scraby?
Ohio.
Too hot.
I
Too
know.
hot.
I was thinking that because it's next to Illinois, but I live
Too
there
hot.
and it snowed.
Is that what you want, Ohio?
Yeah.
54.9.
Oh,
It's the last one on there. Scraby goes up 10-9.
how about a little Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
frigid old Pennsylvania.
Frigid old Pennsylvania.
Home of Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg. And cold enough at 52.1 to make the list.
Pennsylvania, baby.
10-10.
Massachusetts?
It has not been said. Doesn't mean it's correct, but it is 51.2. Scraby hits a bell.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, 11-10. Tony, you're up.
Oh, man, this is hard.
There are 4 left.
Cold. How about Indiana?
Oh.
Indiana. No, Tony. That's a strike. 55.2. Indiana just over by 0.2.
Some of the coldest spots in the country are in the plains. Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Yeah. Lincoln. That's all I got on Nebraska.
Scraby's doing okay. That's correct.
Wow!
52 degrees.
Colorado.
Colorado. Scraby for the win
One of the most forgotten places in the United States.
is
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. And it is correct.
Yes! Sorry, that was a lot.
Hours today, so a little more time than we had yesterday. 2:18 is the time. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Scraby. Together in our Odyssey Palace studios until 6 o'clock. Then it'll be the Scraby Chronicles back in action tonight. And what's the new advertising slogan for your show? The Matt Scraby Show from 6-7.
Oh, it's from 6-7.
Yeah, new
But that-
advertising slogan for you.
It fits.
You're
Just
trying to
don't-
get a younger audience
Yeah.
out there. That's
Oh,
smart.
I love younger audience. But to me, I'm like 6'7". Like, what do you say?
You don't
Is
need
that
to figure it out.
6'2",
Well,
7".
Don't worry about
right?
it. Just beyond
Hey,
6-7 and
San Diego State women's getting a little shout out on Sports Center right now.
yeah, not
That's right,
necessarily
Charlie.
the way
That's
they
right kind of shout
wanted
out,
it,
right.
but they played actually very well last night. I mean, UCLA is so absurdly good, but Stacy's team's going to be very good this year. They lost 77-53 up there to third-ranked UCLA, but they played far better than they did last year in that tournament game against LSU. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Men's team for San Diego State opens tonight against Long Beach State. A couple of quick notes on that before we get to the NFL trades. Guath not going to play. He's still recovering from the knee surgery. They're hoping maybe 2 weeks. Mark Ziegler will give us an update in a little bit, but I know he's not playing tonight. And there was some question as to whether or not Reese Dixon Waters will be playing tonight. So we'll get the latest from Mark Ziegler. Aztecs hoops tonight, and I know that they've already sold a ton of tickets, which is good news for an athletic department that took a big hit today from outside. I don't know if you saw any of the comment. I know you guys did, but the Wyoming football coach trashing San Diego State today.
Can I read the quote, please?
Well, I mean, if you must. I was going to get to it later since
Okay.
we're doing NFL right now.
You're right.
But, yeah, I mean, when you got an opposing coach saying that it was, embarrassing for him and his team to play in front of that many empty seats, that's the kind of thing that it's got to sting a little bit. if
Tony,
you're
it
the
wasn't even
Aztecs.
just that.
No, I know. I'm giving a preview of what he said.
It was a more poignant, not poignant, but it was a more direct comment.
Yeah. Anyway, San Diego State football is having a great season, but we all know that the attendance figures have not been up to par. So anyway, we'll get into the Aztec thing a little bit later. NFL trade deadline. Not quite sure where to start here, Tony.
Wow.
But let's go with the Cowboys lost last night, so let's start with them.
Okay.
They're 3-6 now.
Yes.
They look terrible.
Defense shredded up again.
They got the worst coach in football coaching that defense, and Eberflus.
Right. Oh, Eberflus.
And so then they go out and they make a big acquisition today.
Multiple.
Yeah, they added Logan Wilson from the Bengals. That was kind of a smaller acquisition compared to the big one, getting the Jets all-pro defensive tackle,
Quinn
Williams.
Yeah.
Quinnen Williams. So, and Dallas gives up basically, from way I read it, Dallas basically gave up all the picks they got from Green Bay for Micah Parsons. So they're back where they started in that regard. What are they doing?
I don't know that they know what they're doing.
They don't.
I don't know that. It's almost like this looks like we traded Micah Parsons because we were tired of dealing with him.
Okay.
Even though, and then we figured out, or we might have known when we traded him how bad of an idea this was.
Yeah.
And then we proceeded to get shredded and talked about for the last 9 weeks. And so now we got to make a deal because our offense is actually good enough to actually take us somewhere if we can get just a few stops.
A few. Yeah.
And so really they're back to where they were basically at the beginning of the season. I don't know that the linebacker move is like a needle mover in that kind of way.
I don't think so either. Yeah. Well, here's what ESPN's trade people said. I only have to read one sentence to you. There's no other way to put it. This is a horrific trade for the Cowboys. So we'll see. Jets end up there getting a second-round pick and a first-round pick, which is pretty good because the Jets also got 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, who goes to the Colts. Now, this is a needle mover, I would think, if Sauce is anything like he can be.
Well, first of all, Chris, as you and I discuss often, the proverbial 5th-round pick was not thrown around in today's trade.
First, some higher stuff.
And I guess that goes to show you how much value there is for being able to guard the passing game.
Anybody,
And they gave up Colts gave up 2 first-rounders. That tells you a couple things, too. They think they're close.
Yeah, right.
They gave up 2 first-rounders.
Somebody remind them that Daniel Jones is still their quarterback, but at the moment they feel like they're close.
Daniel Jones out of your mouth.
It's actually Daniel Dimes. He was Daniel Jones last week.
He was Daniel Jones last week. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 turnovers is 100% Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a big move. And look, I think that the joke going around New York will be, all right, the Jets got 3 first-round picks and 1 second. How will they screw that up?
How are they messing up?
Yeah, because that is a haul in NFL terms. You'll see if the Jets can do something with it. A couple of wide receivers. Jacoby Myers moves to the Jags. Pretty good because Travis Hunter's hurt. Brian Thomas Jr. has not come back with a strong second season. Myers is a capable receiver, and Jacksonville is kind of in the hunt. And I think the Seahawks are smart to get Rashid Shaheed,
San Diego,
from the Saints.
Don't like this move.
Shaheed
my team.
Shaheed is good, and you put Jackson on the other side, mouthing off at everybody. This guy might be wide open on the other end.
Shaheed is a true stretch to field threat, and so now they've got Jackson on one side, they got Shaheed on the other. That's gonna be a good football.
A lot of people are saying right now the Seahawks are the best team, not just in the NFC West, but in the NFC.
Sorry, Niners.
I'm not quite ready to make that stretch, but Sam Darnold is playing, at a pretty elite level after being really bad for
Remember how
quite
much
a few
question
years.
there was? Well, should you pay him? Should you not? Is this real?
Yeah, it's
looks
working
real
out right
now.
now for Seattle. I think the Chargers did something they had to do. They got a tackle today, Trevor Penning from the Saints. Of course, when you're playing for the Saints, I don't know if you're blocking anybody, but the Chargers need to try to replace Joe Alt?
Yeah, maybe
losing him for the season's a big deal.
Maybe on the film, Penning was the only one blocking.
He might have been the only one blocking, and so the Chargers were able to watch some film and go, "Hey, there's a guy who actually blocked somebody. Let's get him." So yeah, that's there are a couple of other edge rushers that you don't know a lot about. I think the Bears got somebody today, and I think somebody else got an edge rusher. The Ravens, I think, picked up somebody, from Tennessee.
You know who is very upset that they did not get traded? Brees Hall. Everybody on his team got traded, except for the guy who actually wanted to go somewhere.
That seemed very spiteful right there.
It does, right?
Well, the Jets, I mean, if they would have traded him, they might have got another number one.
That's
pick
what I'm
somewhere.
saying. Why not?
Why not? At least they did not load up the Chiefs. I can thank them for that.
They too may be afraid that they'll mess it up. So they're like, you know what? Let's just.
The Jets have 3 number 1 picks. Their front office right now is panicking because they're gonna be under the microscope now.
100%.
What are you gonna do with all these picks?
Don't mess it up.
We know the Jets will have a problem with that. All right, so that's the NFL trade deadline. Last night, I didn't get to see the game, but Cowboys, not much, huh? I mean, they're booed off the field. Yeah. I saw Stephen A. Smith, got up, shook Jerry Jones' hand, and walked out.
That was right after the turn. They had just scored. The Cowboys get it back. They turn it over, and he's like, all right, it's time to go.
I'm out. Why is Jerry was pretty pleasant about it. But, Stephen A. was
thought Stephen A. hated him. Why are they hanging out?
I think he enjoys poking fun at the Cowboys.
So why is Jerry Jones hanging out with him?
I think Jerry understands it's
Jerry
a business.
Gets it.
All right.
It's a business.
Just like he gave the thumbs up to the fans.
Right, exactly. It's a business. I got my get back, but I'm going to tell you that it was a thumbs up.
And you know what? I don't care who you are. You can be the toughest son of a gun media guy down the pike. Somebody gets you sitting in the owner's box. It's a little harder to rip on them the next time.
Oh, totally, 100%
so, it goes with that. So, all right, there we go. NFL trade deadline. You're up to date on that. We'll keep you rolling here. Aztec basketball. Man, this is something we can't wait for every year. Tonight's the opener. Mark Ziegler with the latest next on Gwynn and Chris. Gavin Sheets is with us, and man, he's a big reason why the Padres have had the kind of season they've had so far. And I've said it many times. Where would we be without you, Gavin? I want to ask a little bit about left field. You have really impressed, a lot of people. I think from how far you've come in left field, and maybe the early games there was just a matter of kind of getting reacquainted with it out there. It's not easy. Balls are slicing. Balls are hit hard over your head.
Yeah.
I hope we can start laughing now. Is it long enough since the collision with the fence? But look, man.
Trust me, we're well past that. I think I'm in a couple different group chats, and I think that's the picture of me against the wall. So trust me, these guys did a lot. They didn't wait very long. I can promise you that.
I bet. Well, you're lucky that, because I've seen a lot of teams will go out there the next day and somebody will tape an outline of the player up against the fence where they ran it. I didn't see the Padres do that, but what I'm saying is. Go ahead.
I'm very happy we got to San Fran quickly.
Yeah, right. You got out of town.
That's right. We left right after.
That's what happened. But no, let's be serious, because left field, I think you've been great, and really done a nice job, made some really good catches out there. I think it seems to me that Schilt and the staff, are pretty comfortable with you out there. Where are you at in left field?
Yeah, I think that, no, you said it right. I think, in the beginning, getting out there just, because I had never really played left, and getting out there, one day a week, once every 2 weeks, that was tough. And, I knew that once they kind of gave me the keys to left field, I bought in and enjoyed it, took it as obviously a huge compliment to be thrown out there. And, and just put a lot of work out there. Miscellaneous and I, the outfield coach, we busted our butt out there, and kind of enjoyed the process of it, and enjoyed growing as an outfielder, enjoyed the, just being able to help the team in many different ways. And, I think just buying in and putting in work out there. But you're right. I think I grew a lot out there from April and May to where we are now.
Gavin, I want to highlight something you kind of alluded to in one of your earlier answers. You said that your role might change. Talk a little bit about watching, as everybody else was last night, as all these deals are flurrying through. Talk about kind of recognizing that maybe your role changes a little bit, but also the excitement of acquiring all of this talent as you guys, focus on perhaps winning a World Series.
Yeah. Man, it was, I felt like a fan like everybody else yesterday, just watching along and seeing all the moves that were being made across the league. And, Yeah, I think what we did yesterday just solidifies that everybody in the clubhouse has the same goal. Front office all the way down, ownership all the way down, and obviously we bring in the players that we brought in. It makes this team extremely dangerous from top to bottom. And then you look at our pitching and our bullpen, and man, thank God I'm on this team, because coming to San Diego and getting potentially Mason Miller in the 5th inning, that's about as good as it gets. And obviously I don't know what the role is going to be going forward. I don't know how we're going to manage everything. Obviously that's way out of my control, but I do know that we all have the same goal in mind, and I think that it really showed yesterday that we're not messing around and we're going for it.
And you've kind of sent that message again, also, Gavin. I mean, the one thing I've been really impressed with, along with your growth in left field, is the hitting against left-handers. I don't know that they, you can look at numbers, et cetera. I think the team, the staff, they want to see you against some left-handed pitching, but I don't know that they expected a lot. And then you came in there and started tearing up left-handed pitching pretty good. So, I think you're going to get chances the next 2 months because of the way you performed. Just real quick for us, standing in the batter's box, what is your mindset, or is it any different against a lefty as opposed to a righty?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just is staying a little bit more opposite field gap oriented against lefties. I think that's what brought a lot of success for me, especially average wise. I think obviously my damage is more against righties, but I think I might be hitting for a higher average against lefties, and that's because, staying in there a little bit longer and using that opposite field gap, and everything's kind of be going away from me, and just trying to buy into just being a really good hitter and a really tough out. And I think when I just enjoyed facing lefties and took it personally and really worked at it and really opened up that opposite field gap was huge for me.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Look, most of us, good left-handed pitcher, we'd be stepping so far into the bucket, we'd be, facing the dugout. But I don't expect to see that from a guy that's willing to run into the left field wall to catch a ball. And I know people might poke fun at this play, but I think it says a lot about, the way you're a gamer and the way you want to play. You're willing to do anything, and I think this team has recognized that. It's been a great year so far, man. The next 2 months should be a lot of fun. Gavin, thanks so much. I hope we do it again in the off season and talk about how fun the parade ride was.
Appreciate you, Gavin.
Absolutely. This is the best part of the season, so I can't wait to see what happens.
Gavin Sheets is with us, and man, he's a big reason why the Padres have had the kind of season they've had so far. And I've said it many times, where would we be without
in here during the break?
When are you going to start recording that stuff?
I don't know that we could record what we just talked about.
Well, I don't know. You swore yesterday on the Gwynn and Chris overtime.
Did you guys see? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go get the tweet.
I saw the post you put up there.
My
head exploded when he
almost
did that.
Jumped out of my chest.
We're doing the Gwynn and Chris overtime yesterday.
Here it is.
Right.
I put up this small clip.
And who are we talking about? The new Saints quarterback, Shuck. And I said, "Oh, what does that rhyme with, Scraby?"
Here, Chris. It rhymes with.
And we're like,
"Oh, that's right. We can say that on the overtime."
Look on your
I was like, "What are you doing?"
I couldn't believe you said that. Then I remembered where we were.
I didn't remember until you said it. So.
You can go to Gwynn and Chris on Twitter. You can go to @Gwynn and Chris SD on YouTube for the actual full video that we also did the good, bad, and ugly there, and then I ranted about the Dodgers at the end. So
yeah, that's yesterday's overtime. So make sure you catch that if you didn't see it already. But our in between segments, Tony, as usual. Very involved and spirited. I think the reason Scraby doesn't want to record them is because as badly as we, dominate him on the air, it's probably twice as much off the air.
Well, you guys joined forces because Tony's quote unquote deer act is gone. He's Tony.
Are you saying I'm still
Scraby?
the dick, but he's no longer the deer?
No, he becomes you.
And you're always the dork. Though.
I mean, Tony and I got into a spirited debate earlier before the show about the Dodgers and the payroll and all this other stuff. Because on the Scraby show,
well, you've been doing this for 24 hours.
And you know what? push the Dodgers away, and I'm going to say, even if the Yankees were doing what the Dodgers were doing, I would be screaming from the rooftops just the same. It just really sucks that it's the team that's in the division with the Padres. That's what sucks.
It is what it is, man.
Because,
have to overcome. That's what
Padres, didn't the Padres, I mean, I'm not trying to, well, I am trying to go against you. What did the Padres almost outspend the Dodgers?
No,
last season, not this one, but the last year, the Padres were like number 2 or 3, I thought.
They were up there
After
What is
let me
that?
go get it.
What
Let me
is
go get
up
it. Let me go get
there?
it. Let me go get it.
Thought it was
Payroll.
pretty
Oh no,
close.
tax. I need the tax
Oh, okay,
because
yeah.
the Dodgers have a lot of taxes going on these days. It's not even a penalty anymore. 2024, the Padres were the 11th highest spending team.
What?
2023,
No
they
way.
were the 3rd.
Yeah. All right. So who
And
was
they
ahead
did
of them?
they did outspend the Dodgers there.
Well,
But
okay then. Why
that
didn't
was
we do
the
something?
summer before Shohei.
With all due respect, why didn't we take advantage of that? We spent more. We should have beat them.
What
We
happened in
didn't.
2023? Oh, they
We
missed the
didn't go to the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah, it's a failure. It's a failure.
Okay. But
It
you're
is.
not giving any credit to the Dodgers, who won it in 23,
No.
despite being outspent by the
They
or
didn't
not
win
23.
in 23.
Sorry, 24, 25. They won when they, quote,
When they
according to you,
outspent the
should
other
have.
teams.
Yeah, but when the Padres outspent them, they didn't win.
I get that. I
No,
I
you
know.
don't.
I know. But they were saving money for Shohei. They're the only. I'm going to give away a little bit of my.
Don't you
I'm
need
going to
an
give away.
hour
No,
of this,
no,
brother?
No, it's only 10, 12 minute segment. The Dodgers are the only team to be charged a luxury tax every year since 2021. You know who is up there with them? Padres every single year except for 2024.
What's your point?
My point is
Seems
the
like
Dodgers
seems like
just
this point-
spend a
it
ton of
seems like
money
this goes against
and
what
no
you're trying
other
to say.
team
Yes, it does.
can keep up. Look what the Padres are doing.
We don't
And
even
they're
need
maxed
to,
out.
We don't even need to argue with you. You argue against yourself. You're quite good at it, actually.
Yeah,
That's why I can do an hour by myself. I go back and forth all
with
the time.
yourself.
But
wait
I
a minute,
think it's a
Scraby.
problem.
Hang on a second. Whoa, wait a minute.
You know what the problem is too? Is that the Dodgers paid a luxury tax bill in 2025 that outspends 12 teams in Major League Baseball's regular bill.
Sounds like 12 teams need to get their weight up.
I
a
will
little bit.
agree with that.
Yeah. Why don't
So
they
I
use some-
agree with that.
They
Sounds
should
like they
use
need
the
to
money
put a
the
little
Dodgers give them
More
instead
of
of
that scratch
pocketing
in.
it.
I'm gonna go present to Rob Manfred my CBA solution, which
Oh,
is
really?
you tie the salary
I-
cap to the valuation of the team.
I think Rob would look at you like, who's this guy?
Well, he would be drunk, so
Oh, hey, Scraby! I've heard about you.
I promise you, I would be screaming the same for the rooftops if this was the Yankees.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
I disagree.
The Yankees are worth $8 billion. They're the most valuable franchise in Major League Baseball. They only spent 4% of their value on their roster. Padres spent 13%.
How much did the Dodgers spend?
Dodgers spent
13.
10%. 10%.
Let me
Yeah.
just ask you one last thing because I know Mark Ziegler's got to get on here. But if the Yankees and the Dodgers, well, here's what I wanted to get. Don't we know by now that we're not going to have a salary cap, right? No matter what.
I don't
So
think
let's stop worrying about it and do the best you can. I don't really, right?
Yes.
We're railing against something that's not going to change in baseball.
I think they need to rethink the luxury tax because the luxury tax was implemented as a penalty, but the Dodgers are paying 50% luxury tax plus a 60% surcharge on top of that
So
for
what
exceeding $60 million over the luxury tax.
So should you make it like 75% the next?
You
like,
got
what-
to if
what
it's
do
going to
you-
be a penalty, you got to make it a penalty.
I
To
mean,
them, they're just spending this money because they know they're going to make it back. So it's not a penalty to them. It's an
isn't that
opportunity
like-
cost.
Isn't that the point? Like you spend the money on the team because they're gonna get it back for you because they're the
But
performance.
no team can compete with a cash cow like the Dodgers.
Of course
And the
they
Dodgers
can.
are just in a great city with a lot of money to be spent on them. They also
Hold
have
up,
the
hold
entire
up.
country of Japan.
Hold up, not a great city. Let's just be clear about that.
All right. Good point. Good point.
Don't just roll over that.
Let
We
me
sat,
call
in
Ziegler.
we sat in traffic for 2.5 hours on a Sunday afternoon busing up to Anaheim.
I'm going to call
Ugh.
Ziegler, but that is a little preview of what I'm going to be talking about today.
Yes, Scraby is on one once again.
He's on a heater.
All guests on the 97.3 The Fan show join us on. Let's just try it again, because that was brutal. All guests on the 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorney, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Mark Ziegler joins us here, San Diego Union Tribune. And Mark, opening night for the Aztecs against Long Beach State. We've talked a little bit about it. It's a pretty tough schedule as you start moving into some of these non-conference games. How big is it for the Aztecs to get off to a good start here tonight?
Yeah, the way college basketball works now, it's not really about whether you win or lose. It's how much you win by or how much you lose by, because it's all metrics based. And one of the issues they had last year was they were winning games, but they were, beating teams they were supposed to beat by 20, and they're only winning by 6 or 8 points, and that was hurting them in the metrics. So, they open with 3 straight games against teams they should beat at home, but it's a question of how much do you beat them by. And so every game is important in its own way. Obviously, when you play Michigan and Oregon, whoever else they play in the Players Festival, okay, those are big, ranked type teams, and you just want to win those games. But these games also have their own importance and can influence the metrics just as much as those can.
And frankly, that's really honestly not how sports should be decided, right? Teams shouldn't have to run up scores, but they have to, right?
Yeah, and and part of it last year was they were young, and Miles Bird talked about this yesterday, and I'm going to write something more about it later this week. They were young last year, and they didn't have sort of that maturity to understand that. And you saw a little bit more in that exhibition against USD. You saw a little bit more of that killer instinct. They had them on the ropes, and Brian Dutcher called the timeout early in the second half because he didn't like kind of the way things are going, even though they're still up by 20. And they just put them away, and they went up by 38. And that's kind of the mentality you have to have as a veteran team. And I think they have that a little bit more this year. Plus the depth helps, because it doesn't matter who you put in. You'll find 5 guys who are playing hard and kind of keep a score where it's at or expand the margin.
Mark, now we've talked a lot about the depth, and this is, at least by all accounts, could be one of the deepest teams we've had in quite some time. But, oftentimes we end up talking about a rotation that's, 10, 11, 12 deep. But as the season rolls along, it starts to shrink. Is this group deep enough to where, Dutch could have this group 10, 11, 12 deep all season long? Or is this something that possibly shrinks as the season goes along?
So you just asked the best question of the year, because that is the whole key to this season. I think they have the talent, they have the depth, they have the pieces, but how do you keep them all happy?
Yeah.
And it's a 40-minute game. It's not the NBA. It's not 48 minutes. It's only 40. You can play guys 30 minutes and they're going to last fine, but that doesn't leave very many minutes off the bench. And so how do you manage that? How do you manage the egos? How do you manage a guy like BJ Davis, who started 31 games last year and likely isn't going to start this year because you have Miles Bird and Reese, Dixon Waters back. And so that's going to be the whole key is where does that rotation sort of settle on, and how do the guys who are in it versus the guys who aren't in it react? And are they still happy for their teammates? They still work hard, or are they going to pout? And so we'll see how it goes. I mean, there's a lot of factors. There's injuries. There's how quickly Magoon Guaf gets back into things. There are the freshmen. How do they react? How do they play? There's, the possibility they could redshirt, a player or two. So, and that sort of eliminates some of the numbers. So I think they'll eventually get down to 9, is my guess, and occasional 10. But when they play games like these where they're supposed to win big, then everybody can play. There's plenty of minutes for everyone.
Mark Ziegler is with us from the San Diego Union Tribune. Aztec basketball kicks off another season tonight against Long Beach State. The Beach, as they're known, no longer the 49ers. Another thing that Scraby had a problem with last week on the long list. Mark, you put it in your article today. 231 days ago, North Carolina 95, San Diego State 68. I was miserable. I'm sure everyone watching it and playing in it was miserable. I will say that I watched the whole game because I feel like it's my duty to, but there was a lot of time I just wanted to, forget about it. And Miles Bird brings up something interesting in your article today, reminding us that the play-in games like that, the first four, those are national games. Everyone watches those. So they have really had this hanging over their heads. So how are they going to, use that moving forward? I know it's a big topic.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like Monday Night Football in the NFL, where players talk about how it's just different because everybody's watching. And I think that's kind of the way the first four games, and not only that, there's two games on, but one of them's between 16 seeds. And even though it was a really close game, was the game right before theirs. The only real game that night that everybody was watching was UNC and San Diego State. And it was an even bigger audience than usual because of all the controversies surrounding whether UNC deserved to be in the field. And, the chair of the selection committee is their AD. Their AD got, a huge bonus for them getting in the tournament. I mean, there were so many issues and questions around it. So a lot of people wanted to watch to see UNC lose. And then San Diego State gets blown out on national TV. And so it's something that sticks with you. And, and I think they turned it into a positive because every time in practice, they start to slack a little bit. A coach will remind them, a teammate will remind them, and they'll just say UNC. That's all they'll say. And it keeps you a little bit humble. We'll see how it works and how long that fuel lasts and how they use it. But it definitely was a motivating factor throughout the summer. And when you're trying to push through workouts, because college basketball now is a grind.
Yeah.
I mean, you're starting, right when the season ends, you're doing individual workouts. You get the month of June to do whatever you want. A lot of players stay here even for that. And then starting the first week of July, you're practicing all week and you're doing fitness workouts. And then you get into September, it's 5 days a week, 2, 3, 4 hours a day of film and practice and weights. It's a grind. There's no games. And so this is the game that we remember.
Mark, since we're talking about Miles, I kind of want to stay at that young man. I mean, he tested the NBA waters a little bit. He ends up coming back. Obviously, this program is known because of how well these guys stick together. But for a guy individually like Miles Bird, what is he looking to improve as he, I assume is trying to get himself moved up a little bit in what could be a draft year?
Yeah, I mean, he was going to be probably a pick in the 40s, high 30s, low 40s, but probably not get a guaranteed contract. And then, you can maybe get a two-way. But then you're in the G League and there's no guarantee. You can get cut, you get hurt, and you're just kind of, floating around out there. He wants a guaranteed contract. And so that's what he's trying to move up, whether that's moving up 5 spots, 10 spots in the draft. He just wants to be in a position where he gets a guaranteed deal. To do that, he's going to have to stay healthy. He's going to have to prove that he's more consistent because he showed in flashes last year, that Colorado State game where he went against Nick Clifford and dominated him. And Nick Clifford starting as a rookie in the NBA shows you his potential. He played really well in the draft combine scrimmages. So he's shown that potential. But even by his own admission, he really tailed off in the second half of the season. He became the top of the board of opposing scouts without Reese Dixon Waters out there. And particularly when Magoo and Guelph went down, I mean, it was all just get real physical with Miles Bird and bump him around, and we'll double team him, and we'll focus on him, and we won't let him beat us. And he didn't respond very well to that by his own admission. So he's got to improve that consistency. But the thing I would say is his handles, which he's worked on a lot, and his shooting. He can't be a 30% three-point shooter. He can't be taking 30-footers willy-nilly, just trying to shoot his way into form. He has to be a little bit wiser about shot selection, and he's got to bring that number up into 35, 36, 37%. And if he does that, I think he'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I see the same thing, Mark. 30% from three. I mean, in this day and age, you got to be pushing the 40% mark. I want to ask you about one player that we haven't talked at all about, and we've talked about pretty much all of these kids, all the transfers, the freshman, Elsie Harrington. What about the other freshman, Simmons? Is he Is he a possibility? Do we see some of him this year? And the other one is Majak, the other young man from South Sudan. I mean, I watched the UCLA game. I mean, he towers up there at 7'1", and his arms, he ought to be able to block a shot standing still. Are these two guys that we might see something of and could kind of come out of the pack?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, right off the bat, probably yes, especially with Tay Simmons, because without Magoon Gloth out there, particularly tonight, right? Still hasn't been cleared. Hoping to get cleared Thursday. Jeremiah Odin will start at the 4. But who's going to back him up at the 4? Well, the number one candidate right now is Tay Simmons. He's going to get those minutes. He got those minutes in the exhibition. And, he missed a lot of preseason practice. He had a hamstring injury. I think something else was bothering him. And so he missed some reps, which is really tough as a freshman. So I didn't have a lot of expectation for him in the scrimmages. And he really showed up.
Yeah.
He plays hard. He gets rebounds. He brings energy, which is what you want in a bench player. And so he does all those things. And I think they kind of thought, well, okay, he's a freshman. He understands his place on a veteran team. He'll be okay if he doesn't play. We won't play him that much, maybe even redshirt him. And I think he's kind of played his way out of that a little bit. Now he's going to get 2 or 3 games early here without Gloth out there to get some minutes and show what he can do with it. If he continues to progress the way that he has, I think he might be sneaking in the end of that rotation. Now, sophomore is a little bit different. He's only been playing basketball a few years. He's made incredible strides. I mean, I've watched the improvement from his first practice to what he is now, and it's night and day. And I think he'll just keep going. But I don't know how much he's going to play this year because you've got Miles Heide, you've got Farrell Compton as 5s, and I think there'll be situations where Magoon Gloth plays 5, and they go with a smaller lineup around him. So there's not going to be a lot of minutes, but there will be situations where guys get in foul trouble or the other team has a 5-man who doesn't go out on the perimeter and is not a real shooter, and they can just park him under the basket and block shots and grab rebounds. So I think you will see him a little bit, but it just won't be regular minutes.
Season tips off tonight, 7 p.m. down at Viejas Arena. Mark, as always, appreciate you coming on, spend some time with us.
Thanks, Mark.
All right. Will do. I'll talk to you guys.
Mark Ziegler, San Diego Union Tribune. All guests on the 97.3 The Fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Long Beach State in the building. Aztecs looking to get off to a good start, Chris. I think
should be 3-0. Honestly,
it's irritating to hear that the win is not the important thing. You gotta have style points on top.
To me, that's not the way it should be, but that is exactly how it is. You win.
Well, that's because it's all done by metrics now.
Right. So. You win 68-66 tonight. It's going to be like you lost the game. You got 3 games like that too. You got Long Beach, Idaho State, and Troy. First 3 games. But here's what the whole season's going to come down to, as it did last year.
Yep.
The Players Era thing in Las
Yep.
Vegas.
Yep.
They're going to play Michigan. They're going to play Oregon. Michigan, I've seen some people pick to win the national championship, let alone be in top 10. So that would be like beating Houston, which they did last year. And let's be honest, they got in the NCAA tournament because they beat Houston last year.
They doubt.
Finished 4th in the conference. They lost the first round of the conference tournament, but they beat Houston, so they put them in the NCAA tournament. Those games, plus a game against Arizona on December 20th, those are going to be their big ones. And don't look now, Arizona beat Florida last night in the season opener. The defending champs, Arizona knocked them off.
Rutgers, Tennessee, Creighton, Baylor, Kansas, Notre Dame, St. John's, Iowa State, Houston, Syracuse, Auburn, Oregon, Gonzaga, Alabama, Michigan, SDSU, UNLV, and Maryland, all in that Players Era Festival.
Yeah.
Good thing
you don't have to play them all.
you win that bad boy, you're going to be setting yourself up pretty nice.
You win that tournament. Yeah. No, that'd be crazy. But if you win it, you'd be a top 4 seed just on that.
No doubt. All right, let's step away, get the break. Daily Gambit up next. More Gwynn and Chris.
Tony,
much
you care
more.
Tony,
I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony,
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower or
Well, I hope he
something?
didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be. You never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there, as have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
And that's not nice. Yeah, so maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something
Very
that
well
he
possible.
is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late, this long, with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago, and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room
Say,
right now?
Everything okay?
Oh, no. This
Question
is
mark.
scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
Something.
I'm thinking he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's
when we
definitely
get him
got to
back on
be
the
a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong, because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny
to me.
if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like
it's
I locked
not
myself
funny.
out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere
Well,
and we don't know where he is.
Of course,
That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but I'm sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
Can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out. In New York City. But if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
No.
Still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
What
happened?
I don't know. I would call the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And when you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
Trying to get his key back.
Someone said text Jesse or Dave. And
it's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text.
We'll text Dave.
Because he's, Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there, ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just be sitting around waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy? Is that what you're...
Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't think the what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems weird.
We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. All right, it's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Scrape.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type,
I'm not either.
but I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back.
Helped put him there.
Hold on.
We kick off the 3 o'clock hour with shocking sports news. Scraby, hold on to your seat. Zion Williamson is out for at least a week.
What?
Yeah, can you believe it? As Tony said earlier, yeah, he made it through like 5-6 games. It's pretty good.
Wow.
He's got a hamstring injury.
You
That's
know-
the kind of stuff we deliver to you on this program. Stuff you would never see coming.
No, you would never see Zion Williamson taking some time off.
Unbelievable.
Time out. Taking
He's
some
not
time
taking time off. He's hurt.
I heard. I saw him with drinking an umbrella in it, like he was on the beach.
Get out of here.
No, you know what's funny is I gave Zion a really hard time, but I also gave Marvin Harrison Jr. a really hard time yesterday.
You did, didn't you?
And Marvin Harrison Jr. had a great game.
He balled out
Balled.
for you there. Yeah.
Didn't ball
I was
enough.
like, when I
but
heard him
he
catch
balled.
the pass,
All right, you needed a couple
I
more
did about
there.
6-7 more points there.
Yeah.
when I heard him catch the long pass, and I was like, really? Out of all the days, Marvin, you're going to choose today?
He put whoever that cornerback was in the stanky leg, his whole leg like went.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds really funny.
It's a dance, and that's what he looked like he was doing.
Trying to guard him?
Trying to guard him on that little short route in the end zone. He got his first touchdown on.
Yeah, Dallas looked bad to the pleasure of most people last night. We'll go over that in our daily gambit here. We'll also talk about Nick Smith Jr. I mean, all of a sudden, if you're wearing a Laker uniform right now, you don't have to be anyone we've heard of. You're going to have a great game.
I almost wore my
Unreal.
Magic Johnson jersey in here today. That's how good I was feeling
The
about
Lakers
the Lake
won
show.
again last night. They were a 3-point favorite at Portland. And then we found out that Luka and Austin Reeves were both going to miss the game. So now they were 11-point underdog.
Yeah, they were.
And they won anyway.
They put.
Can I ask you something, by the way, about the Lakers? And we'll get to the gambit here. They wore their blue uniforms or the purple one last night. Are the yellow uniforms a little more neon now than they've ever been before, or did I have a bad picture? They look like they were almost
When
blinking.
did you see them wear yellow?
The gold uniform, I can't remember what game I saw, Tony.
I think just because the last two games, I think they wore white on Sunday and they wore
the gold maybe last
I
week,
didn't
and I
notice
thought
it.
these are like blinking. They were really loud.
I did notice the yellow being loud. I did notice the yellow drop numbers
Okay.
with the outline. It used to be black. Now they went with a yellow number on the purple one.
Lakers are trying to get with the program.
Yeah,
here.
man. I told you I'd have Jake LaRivia's name for you. That's the dude number 12 that Ant didn't know who Ant Edwards didn't know who he was when they were beating the T-Wolves.
LaRavia.
LaRavia, is that
See, he still doesn't have it.
Yeah, you said LaRavia.
LaRavia, sorry. At least I had it in the
You got
ballpark
you were close.
this time.
You were close.
You know.
You were
Well, he
close.
had a good game.
He was
We
balling.
mentioned Nick Smith, whoever that is, and we know who Bronny James is. And there's a lot of people. I'm at the front of the line with Scraby next to me. They got to eat their words. The guy's like becoming a real NBA player, Tony.
He's playing his tail off. Had
Incredible.
8 assists yesterday, no turnovers.
Nobody was seeing that coming.
No, and played great defense. He's playing his. They'd say if in order to get in the NBA, if you're not in elite talent, you got to play your role, maximize it. He's doing that. In the little bit of minutes he's getting, he's doing his thing.
I want to hear Scraby jump in with, yeah, but he would have never got the chance in the first place if he wasn't LeBron's son.
Go ahead, say it so I can.
Yeah, sure. But you know what I'll say? Tony almost threw something at me. You know what I'll say? He's shutting everyone up.
Well, that's what I said.
And I've also said this, by the way.
What else you also said there, Scraby?
Pro athletes in doing the whole Nepo baby thing doesn't really work if you're not good. So,
Right.
yeah, when you're an announcer, it's different.
Eventually,
Okay, there we go. If you're a broadcaster, you don't have to be able to put two words together.
Right. You can just
You ever see
slide
Jack
on
Collinsworth on NBC? Come on.
Jack Collinsworth.
Is Jack really that bad?
I'm not a fan, but it's probably because I hate him.
Yeah. It seems like it.
Or no, I
Joe
don't hate
Buck's
him.
pretty good. He
I'm
came
jealous.
from
I'm
a
jealous. I'm
father.
jealous. Ian Eagle, Noah Eagle's pretty
Noah's
good.
pretty
but
good.
He definitely got the job on NBC because there was a door open.
How about the latest in the line of Carey's, who works for Oakland? I don't remember his first name. Chip Carey's son, who was Skip Carey's son, who was Harry Carey's son.
Yes.
Now
obviously the Carey name didn't help him because he's with the Ace. So
that's not nice to our friend Jenny Kavner.
There's only 30 jobs out there, player.
I know. I was trying to make a joke that didn't land well.
It did not.
I'm gonna tell Jenny. I'm
definitely telling Jenny.
Don't tell Jenny anything.
No.
Don't tell Jenny anything.
Scraby's bad mouthing you over here.
Said your job is worth nothing, is what he said.
That's pretty much what I heard. All right, let's get to today's Daily Gambit.
The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. I don't know why I'm getting myself in so much trouble this week. I don't understand why I decided to start the week just being angry.
Well, I do, because the Dodgers won again.
Okay.
And you haven't really recovered since.
No, I was pretty disappointed. When Miguel Rojas hit that home run, I stood up and I said, "You gotta be kidding me!"
The only thing that prevented me from getting up after watching SDFC kick 3 balls through the uprights and
over the upright,
through the uprights or over uprights, whatever, and then watching within seconds Will Smith flip a ball over the left field wall. I wanted to stand up in the restaurant and be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Good.
I did.
At least I wasn't the only one.
How did all of this happen?
How did this happen?
That was after the 49ers lost a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl.
By the way, the SDFC got more bad news today. Their goalkeeper has a fractured cheekbone. We don't know if he's going to be able to play in the final game.
I tell you what.
What do you mean? Oh,
you're a goalkeeper.
Our goalkeeper,
it's a pretty important position.
Wear a mask.
And he showed out in that penalty kick time. He stopped 2 of them, and that just doesn't happen very often.
If you guys are a goalkeeper,
he's big as hell too. Like he put his hands up, and it looked like he was covering the whole goal.
He's got like a 10-foot wingspan. If you guys broke your cheekbone, and you're playing a playoff game, and you're a goaltender, are you going in there?
Yeah, I like to think so.
Yeah, Chris. Put on one of those like Phantom of the Opera masks.
Yeah, you the ball should hit you in the face anyway.
Did Chris just disappear? I have no idea where he went.
He's locked in on.
I'm trying to think of how that'll look, but yeah, I mean, I try.
I'm not.
I was him
trashing the goalkeeper.
I guess
it
would be all good until I got hit in the jaw, and then I'm out.
And then the party's over.
So it's over.
All right, let's start. Dallas Cowboys minus 3.5 last night against the Cardinals. We all chose Dallas. We were all wrong. 27-17. Jacoby Brissett played pretty well.
Played really well. He's going to play again next week.
Yeah, some people thought that Kyler Murray, I forgot his name for a second, was going to be traded because of how well Jacoby Brissett played. I'm like, we've seen that.
Ain't that stupid.
I was like, we've seen the Jacoby Brissett thing before.
We've seen it multiple times, actually.
Over under 53.5 total points in the game. Chris was the only one who went under. It was 44 points, so Chris wins. Marvin Harrison Jr. over under 60 yards receiving. I was the only one who went under. I didn't even look up because I knew he was over.
Well, he was over in the first half.
He had 100 yards, right?
Yeah,
or 96?
Close. Yeah, 96, I think.
UCLA men's basketball minus 29.5 on the spread over Eastern Washington. Tony was the only one who went E-dub, Eastern Washington. UCLA only won by 6. So Tony wins that one.
So that's a mark on their record, even though they won the game.
Because this one counts. This isn't an exhibition game.
In the Big Five, I may have the biggest upset of all time. and it has to do with a Mountain West team. So I'll tell you about that in the
I
Big
heard a little
Five.
bit about that.
4:40 p.m. UCLA women minus 33.5 over the Aztecs. And Chris and Tony chose the Aztecs. I guess I was a hater. I chose UCLA. Aztecs lost, but they did cover 77-53. So
It was never really even close to not covering. They had played. I said it earlier, but they played very well against an unbelievably dominating, physically
Can I say
dominating
something?
team.
The part of the reason why I was comfortable with it is because of this man here. Chris has been pretty tough when it comes to grading the women's team.
Yeah.
And
This is gonna be a good one this year.
the last 2.5 years, he has gone from being like no hope to like these girls are pretty good.
Yeah, they're good.
And they've gotten better each year. So
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of them in studio this week. Same we had last year, Nat and Naomi. It's gonna be fun to talk to them. Head of their home opener. Go ahead, Scrabe.
last one, Portland minus 9.5 against the Lakers. We all went Lakers. Lakers win the game outright, 123-115.
All right,
Yeah.
so Tony and I got 4 right. Scraby 1.
you got off to a good start there.
It's all my anger.
Yeah,
It's all my anger because for weeks I was happy and then I was doing well and then now I'm not happy.
see what
and-
happens. You start picking with your heart when you're angry. You pick with your brain when you're happy.
It's very true.
All right, Scraby, I'll let you start off. The Bulls and the Sixers meet tonight. A battle of 5 and 1.
Whoa.
Eastern Conference powers. I can say that at least for the moment. Bulls at home are favored by 1.5. Scraby, you've been going with the Bulls and they've been paying off for you.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bulls again.
Gonna try them again. I have to have faith in the Bulls, although the Sixers are looking very good here.
Giddy is averaging 22, 9, and 8 on
Yeah.
the season.
He's putting up some numbers for sure.
I'm gonna go.
Philadelphia's 3-0 on the road.
And
If
the
that
Bulls
matters.
are 4-0 at home. I'm gonna
Right.
go Bulls.
All Bulls on that one. All right. Thunder, the only undefeated team in the league. They're 7-0. Put it on the line tonight at the Intuit Dome against the Clippers.
Lots of things going on at the Intuit Dome.
Yes, there is.
Yes. Steve Ballmer being sued by everybody out there pretty much right now.
Everybody out there.
For literally being a fraud. They're
Steve-
accusing him.
I
of
think
that.
Steve Ballmer ought to sue Pablo Estori for defamation. Put an end to the Pablo Estori
You can't sue a guy who is right.
experience. Well, we don't know that he's right yet.
It's getting
Yeah.
closer to the fact
All
that he's right.
Thunder by 8.5 here. I got to go Clippers at home. I don't know
Yeah.
who's playing though.
Yeah.
You never know, but Thunder have been awfully good, but not that good. Not to win by 9.
I think
on
the
road.
OGs is gonna come in here and put it on the young fellas.
Oh, he
and the
does.
Clippers. Yeah, give me the Clips.
You're taking the Clips.
Give me the
also
Clips.
here,
You
right?
didn't know who I was talking about when I said the OGs, huh?
No.
Chris Paul.
San Diego
I mean,
Clippers.
Harden is as old as Dust. Chris
Harden.
Paul.
Oh,
is
I thought you were
old as Dust.
talking about.
Like these the old heads facing the young bucks.
I'm gonna go with Thunder. My
8.5, Scrabe. What
Clippers.
do you got? All 3 Clippers. So we've agreed on both.
That's
All
not
right.
good.
Giannis 47.5. I mean, he hit another game-winning shot last night. He's got to be the early MVP frontrunner. I know it's early, but points, rebounds, assists. Tonight he's at Toronto.
34, 13, and 7.
So that's 54 last night. Yeah, he's
Well,
been,
that's just what he's averaging. I don't know what he got.
oh, that's what he's averaging. So he's
Yeah.
averaging 54.
Yeah.
He only needs 47.5. Tony, At
Yeah,
Toronto.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the over.
over. It sounds like.
I will
Scraby?
take the over as well.
We can't all 3 agree on all of them. I'll say under. Just some contrarian. College basketball tonight. Big game on the board. Elsewhere, number 6 Duke, 10.5 over Texas. Neutral site game. Scraby. Duke and Texas. It's so hard the first game of the year.
No idea, but I'll go Duke.
Oh.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go Texas.
I'm gonna go Texas too. Don't they still have Shaka coaching over there?
Oh,
Yeah,
they probably do.
Kind of like
yes,
Shaka.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he'll keep you.
Shaka Smart?
Yeah.
VCU fame.
VCU to Marquette.
Yeah,
To Texas.
That's
Yeah.
a good rise.
That
right
is. It's a quality rise.
there. Yeah. He put in the work.
I'm gonna
that's
take
for
the
sure.
Blue Devils. I'm
You're gonna go
looking forward
Dookie,
to
though.
seeing Mr. Cameron Boozer.
Oh.
Boozer's-
Carlos Boozer's one of his twin
I just
sons.
remember last year at this time you said, I'm looking forward to seeing this guy Cooper Flagg. I'm like, who the hell's that? And then the first game he went crazy, and I'm like, okay, Tony was on to
Yeah,
Do you
he's
realize how old that makes me field?
know.
Because I watched Carlos Boozer play at the Maui Invitational for Duke.
Let me tell you, Carlos Boozer was the first with the spray-on
He
hair
did
joint.
have that.
Oh.
He did have that.
That Jaylen Brown is
That-
trying to make famous again. All I know about Carlos Boozer is I read about him when I was with the Gulls one time in Anchorage, and he was a little kid, and they were saying he's going to be the next big thing, and they were right.
I mean,
He grew up in Alaska.
Cameron had a
Oh.
double-double against Tennessee in like one of his first games, like
Okay.
13 and 15.
We'll keep an eye on Duke tonight. Aztecs are 25.5 over Long Beach State. I obviously have to go with the Aztecs and hope they learn their lesson and blow people out this year. Tony. Although no Guath could be.
No, it doesn't
a
matter.
factor.
It's still they got to
They
get
got
this for
enough
the
depth?
metrics.
All right, 25.5.
25 and a half. We got to have it.
Scraby,
Let me
Hater?
just say the Aztecs will win the game,
Nice.
but I'm not
Oh,
sure
here
if
it
it's
comes.
25 points.
All right,
So
you're
I'll
going
go
Beach.
with the Beach.
You're going Beach. Former Aztec assistant Chris Acker, who used to be on our show,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
now coaches Long Beach State.
Oh, he's the head coach?
He is.
Oh, that
Um,
definitely makes me feel like the Beach is going to keep it close.
All right, we'll see. Maybe Brian
All
Dutcher
right.
will try not to run it up on him, but Brian should know better. You have to run it up. It's
Run it up, run it
unfortunately
up.
true. Yeah. All right, here we go, Scraby. You're excited? Tonight on a Tuesday, we return to Maction.
Yes.
We have the Ohio Bobcats
Oh, I
at
love
home.
them.
3 points over the Miami, Ohio
Oh.
Red Hawks. I think
Yes.
they used to be the Redskins, but
Yes.
that's a dirty word now.
Had to change
apparently.
that up.
Yeah.
Ohio University of Ohio has one of the best Halloween parties ever, according to my cousin that lives
They
in
what?
Cincinnati. They have one of the best university Halloween parties in the country, apparently.
The Ohio Bobcats do.
Yep.
Let me give you quick records. Miami, Ohio is 4-0 in the conference. Ohio's right behind them at 3-1. So good game. Ohio by 3. Tony is first.
Give me Ohio.
Going with OHIO. Scraby.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
Miami. I'm going to go Ohio at home. I like that. All right, there's another Maction game tonight between UMass and Akron. So I ask you, which game of the two will have more points scored? The Miami-Ohio showdown or the UMass-Akron tilt? Which game has more points? Scraby.
Ohio, Miami of Ohio.
Ohio, Miami. Isn't that fun to say?
Yeah.
I'll take UMass and Akron. Usually bad teams give up more points. I don't know. Tony?
I'll do the same.
UMass Akron. All right, one more. Kings are home tonight. See if Tony can jinx them to another loss. They're favored by 1.5 over the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg was the number one team in the West last year. They're 9-3 this year. Kings are 5-4-4. A lot of overtime losses. Kings have yet to win at home. They're 0-3-2. Tonight's the night, Tony. I'll take the Kings. Why not? Tony?
Not me. Give me
Not you.
Winnipeg, please.
Winnipeg.
Was this a spread?
Jets, Jets. Yeah, Kings by 1.5.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with JETS Jets.
All right. Get a break. More Gwynn and Chris headed your way. Still a lot to get done. I think at the bottom of this hour, Scraby defends his 2-time reign
That's right.
as champion of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
That's
So
right.
all that and some other late news here. Who knows? Maybe Zion has more to share.
Can we go to break, please?
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury. Here,
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm
where
going
do
to
you
go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello. Eric, how you doing? Pretty good.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here or something.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm
where
going
do
to
you
go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here or something.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm
where
going
do
to
you
go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
3:25 on the clock. Quick segment here. Jack Flaherty, his opt-out was up. He opted in. He wanted his 20 mil big bucks.
I was thinking about. Sorry, Tom. I was thinking about that the other day when was it Alec Bregman opted out, and I thought, what kind of world is it that we're living in, where another human being just said, "Eh, don't really need the $30 million that I'm due to be paid."
Yes.
Like, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's not, because we know he's probably going to get
not
more.
in their world. It's
and
not.
he's right.
No,
but what world is it that we're in here where there's people turning down a sure 30 or 20 or $30 million?
Yeah,
that is nuts.
It might be 35 at the other side of the rainbow.
I know.
Which is,
and you got to maximize it because it's a short career. I get that. But man, wouldn't one $30 million pretty much set you up unless you're just really not
You
smart?
know whose opt-out really surprised me? It was Ha-Seong Kim, because he had a bad year with the Rays with injuries and stuff.
it works twofold, right?
Because he was going to opt in, if he did opt in, for $16 million on the Braves.
And stay with the Braves and be probably
but
their
he
shortstop.
Opted out.
I was a little surprised too, I will say.
What were you going to say, Ty?
I forgot he was on the Braves.
Yeah, remember he went to the Braves at the end.
I forgot he was there at the
and
end.
He hits
and
some
so
big,
as you were saying, I was like, listen, Tampa's not for everybody.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
But the fact that he opted out of the Braves, which really is seemingly a good situation, he's going to be able to play short, which is not a guarantee anywhere else.
Yeah.
They seemingly liked him there. They wanted to bring him back.
He had some big hits down the stretch. Not that they were in the running, but I know he hurt some other teams.
But that is kind of surprising.
Yeah. I will say this too. I saw the odds, and it's early, but the preseason odds for next year to go to the World Series, National League, of course, Dodgers, Phillies, I think Brewers, Braves were ahead of the Padres in terms of the odds at this moment. That's how kind of rebound people are expecting from the Braves.
When you consider the Padres don't have a rotation right now, that makes some sense.
I'm surprised we're even in the running at all at the moment.
We need to go to break, but I am getting some news about someone on the Padres coaching staff. There's some rumors on some movement.
You're seeing that rumor?
I'm seeing it being.
Is this the rumor that I was telling you about earlier?
Yes, it's yes. I didn't want to give it away, but yes, it's that rumor. It's that rumor. We should Brian McTaggart, 22nd season as Astros beat reporter, is saying it.
I knew this was coming. We'll get to it on the other side.
I don't know about it, so I'll learn with the rest of you.
Yes, we talked a little bit about changes in the coaching staff, possibly. This is what I was talking about. We'll get to it on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris.
The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
Really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola, going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell.
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, "Hey, there's a commotion."
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that, but we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavyset?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola.
I'm sorry.
And of course, as soon as she falls and there's the commotion, the guy running the station stops the gondola.
Okay, I was going to
Which means everybody on the mountain and 4 miles away has to stop. Everybody has to stop while we try to extricate the lady from the gondola.
Okay, let me ask you a
underneath
question.
the gondola.
Look.
She's got one leg on the gondola. The rest of her body is underneath the gondola. And when I arrive to see what's going on, I'm kind of the first or second person there.
You're a first responder?
Pretty much. The guy running the gondola place is busy stopping
Traffic,
the ride.
yeah.
No, he's stopping the ride.
Oh, okay, all right.
So we're kind of first there. Lori's behind me. The lady's on her back. She's looking straight up in the air. And the only description I have is one of utter panic and utter terror combined with total helplessness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say embarrassment.
No, total helplessness. She's not only trapped, but she's not even remotely doing anything to help herself. She's kind of in a panic, and you think something terrible is going to happen, or she does.
Okay.
I go over there. First thing, breathe.
That's what you said?
I told the lady to
That's
breathe.
Good, that's good.
I said, you're going to be okay.
That's good.
Just breathe.
That's good.
Try to relax.
No, that was the perfect thing you could have said.
As I'm stupidly pulling this 250-pound gondola, trying to pull it off of her. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting
the gondola is way heavier than 250 pounds.
Yeah, right. 1,000-pound gondola.
So you're trying to like move the gondola.
To just move it a little.
Is her leg like? How is she attached to this gondola?
Well, I told you her one leg's actually on the gondola in the doorway.
Okay.
Then the rest of her body's underneath. What is stuck with her in the gondola is her belly, not her leg.
Oh no.
That's right. Okay.
No.
So I'm pulling. By the time finally a couple more people pull and we are able to get enough airway to get her to scramble out of there. And then she immediately stepped on the gondola to go take her ride up the mountain. And off she went.
This is
I felt like I saved her life. I really do. I honestly feel like I almost saved her life.
I kind of will credit you with this.
You know, she was. I think if I didn't tell her to breathe, I think she would have gone into some sort of shock or whatever you do.
No,
she was
you're
going
right.
into a
You're right.
panic, Scraby.
You're
She was going into
absolutely
an absolute panic, and you know, I had to calming her down. I think was the number one thing. She wasn't in any real danger, but she wasn't feeling great because she was trapped under the gondola.
But
the
fact that you said her belly was
yes, her belly. Yeah, I'm telling you, Scrabe, it was a factor. And there was, you know, there's a couple of people pulling on an arm trying to drag her out.
I'm crying.
I know. There's people on the other side with her arm. They're trying to drag her. I'm like lifting the gondola so she can get a little room to get out of there.
You're like, hey, I'm going to take the gondola. It's lighter.
All right. I didn't say that. You did. But it was quite the scene.
I am happy that she's okay, obviously.
She's fine.
If
she
this
got
was
right on the gondola.
If this was a worse story, I would not be laughing. But she's fine. You did probably help her a lot more than you think you did.
I think so. Because she was able to calm down just a tad. The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola, going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell.
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, hey, there's a commotion.
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that, but we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavyset?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola.
I'm sorry.
And of course, it has a bone to pick with some of you in the chat. I don't blame him. He's pretty livid about this.
Why are we bringing this up?
But I don't know that he can really do anything about it because it only takes one person.
He can.
So I get it. And I know that people want to be the ones with all the big info. But when we say we're going to tell you what the Padres did after a short break, and then somebody in the chat goes, well, I'll tell everybody what it is. That does kind of ruin the surprise, at least for those in the chat.
And let me understand. I
So
understand.
Scraby's really upset about this. Whoever did that today, you owe Scraby an apology.
No, he's talking this up. I thought we had a great tease going into break. And then I was like, well, this guy just gave it away on the chat.
If only he said it so nice.
I was like, well, this young gentleman gave it away on the chat.
Yeah, he swore a blue streak when he saw that post on the chat.
No, this is a good.
As Chris said, that's just kind of how this
But
goes.
this is how
buddy.
it goes.
This is
if you're on the radio listening in the car, you just got to wait a little longer. If you're on the chat, I guess you
got
find
a
out a
sneak
little
peek.
sooner.
You know what?
Sneak
You're right.
peek,
You're right.
so.
I need to keep the two separate. The people in the car most likely don't have the access to look up things.
Yeah,
So the people in the chat are in front of a computer anyway.
That's all we
But
can do.
element of surprise, people.
Since you can be honest,
Scraby wanted
it
to be-
irritated you.
Scraby wants to be the one to break the news to everyone.
It is.
And he's not going to be able to do that.
I do love breaking news.
I don't
We
blame
know.
you. If
Just
you and
ask
so does
Mr.
apparently
Mauer.
somebody on the chat. That's why they jumped in with
I
it.
mean, this isn't huge news, but it is news.
It's news. I'll tell you in a second.
Oh,
The rest of you who don't know, but I remind you that if you love Mediterranean food, I just talked about it a little bit ago, but don't forget Spiro's, authentic Mediterranean cuisine, Coronado, La Jolla, and for catering, visit spiroscuisine.com or just ask for April. They will and always take great care of you. All right, Scraby, since you don't get to break it to the chat, we'll let you say the
Emma
news to
Key
the
has a
radio.
good point. She said she needed to step away from her computer for a second, so she needed the spoiler because she didn't know she was going to miss it. So
Whatever makes you feel
All
good,
right.
Scraby.
Well, everybody get the news. Here it is.
From Brian McTaggart of the Astros source, the Astros are targeting Victor Rodriguez to join the major league staff as hitting coach. And then blah, 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 blah. He spent some time with the Padres, Red Sox, and Guardians. But
They use the word targeting, huh?
yes.
So they didn't say he's hired.
No, they did. But that is what I've heard, though.
We've heard
that's why we're acting this way.
Right.
Tony
So,
Gwynn Jr. is
Definitely-
not reporting, but he's hearing
I've heard
it's
that.
further along.
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
good source.
Really good source.
All right.
Okay.
So bottom line, Victor Gonzalez will not be back. As
Rodriguez.
I you know what? I confused that the entire time he was here.
It's okay, though.
Victor will not be back as the hitting coach for the Padres next year. For those of you who, blame him for everything, blame at your own peril because we've talked about this before. He's the same guy that was coaching a great hitting team last year.
Right.
And B, we never seem to be able to find a great hitting coach here. So, again, you can celebrate at your own risk.
And how these things work is he'll go to Houston next year, and those guys will be.
Dave
one of the
Magadan won a World Series in Boston right after he left here.
100%.
Yeah.
So did the Astros poach him, or was he fired, or was he told he wasn't coming back? I don't know.
I don't think he was fired. I think his contract is probably up if he's able to
So they
be targeted at this point. Certainly haven't heard anything about permission being given at this point. So I have to believe that his deal was probably up.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I was just wondering because the new manager that they're gonna have,
Whenever that is,
that could impact that. Maybe that.
Well, I
manager
figure
didn't want
Pujols
him.
can manage and be the hitting coach.
Well,
that's also true. He could very well qualified to do.
He would seem to be qualified
to do both.
Matt
the hitting
Holliday
coach,
said
at
that
least.
he's talked to Yachty Molina, and
That's a package.
package deal. Albert Pujols and Yachty Molina.
I can 100% see that.
All right, another rumor, and if you do hear the actual result of who the Padre manager is, post it on our chat so you can break the news.
See, it's a good thing. I will be angry
What?
when someone does break the news in the chat. That's
Ahead
when
of
I'll be-
you?
ahead of me. That's when I'll be angry. If I go,
Again.
And we have some massive news that we need to get to on the other side.
Excuse me, you were mad this
I was
time.
about to say again. This is what
Yeah,
you meant
you
to
were
say.
mad
I'll be
this
mad
time.
again. It's okay, Scrape.
Let's check some traffic and then see how the fantabulous game show goes today.
Oh.
3-peat on the way. I'm the Dodgers of the Fantabulous Sports
Yeah.
Game Show.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Problems out of the South Bay, northbound side of the 805 before the 54. Got a 2-car collision over to the right shoulder. And northbound 5, an accident right at the East 54 connector ramp. Also traveling on eastbound King Freeway just before the 15. Getting reports of a ladder in the fast lane. Traveling on southbound 67 just before the 8. Looks like a motorcycle involved in this collision. Appears to be blocking lanes.
My mom, my dad, works for Caltrans. On the freeway, right next to speeding cars. Please be careful. Flashing lights mean move over. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there. It's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
Ooh, I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
Someone on the chat made a good point that I should probably love the chat because the chat keeps me up to date on news that I haven't seen yet. So I should not get mad at the chat.
You should get mad at the chat when you say, hey, we're going to set up something to come back on the other side, and they give it up. It's okay. You can be mad at that. It's
No,
fine.
but they also help me when Dylan Cease is traded. And
Both things can be
Yeah.
true. You can be mad
Thank
at
you.
them when they
Thank you,
do that.
chat.
And the other side, you can be happy with the
Thank
chat.
you, chat. I love you.
All right. Scraby's already the
backpedaling sucker.
Fantabulous Sports Game Show I think is over. Scraby's already got the 3-peat. He's won it.
I mean, if
That's
we're
what
doing
he-
it,
that's what he
like
said.
Major League Baseball's
That's
doing
what
it,
he
then we
said.
don't even have to play the games.
All right,
Actually,
category.
we do have to play
we
the
got-
games, buddy.
Yeah, we have 19 correct answers today. 19. So first person to 10 will win. Pretty simple category. I do think we have to put a little time limit on this.
Okay.
Nothing official, but if you don't think of something, you're gonna have to pass it. 19 teams from the major 4 sports that are not named after the city they play in. Los
I got it.
Angeles Chargers would not be
I
correct.
got it.
Detroit Lions would not be correct. Every team that plays in one of the major 4 sports is named after that city. And I don't mean San Francisco. San Francisco is not
No,
a
I
correct
get it.
answer
I get
either.
it. You're looking for
You're
like a
named either,
regional sport.
Okay, you're named either after a state or a region.
Yeah.
Have
You're
we
not
done this
named after-
already?
No, we haven't. We did something similar.
So you have to
with
be named after the
college
state
teams.
or a region.
A region.
I'll
right.
go first, Chris.
No, you don't get to
Oh,
go
that's
first.
right.
Scraby gets to go first.
Scraby, you get to go
no,
first?
No, Tony gets to go first.
Oh,
You do. 'Cause
I
you're
do.
the coming up on the he's the champ. So you go first. 4 major
Four
sports,
major
19 correct answers. You're looking, and there's no repeats. Point being is if there's the same in different sports, that's a different answer.
Okay.
I'm trying not to confuse you, but
I'm so
He said
confused. I
okay.
think
you're named
the-
after a state or a region. You'll get
and I
it.
can use that.
Yes.
Those are ones we're calling out.
yeah.
New York Rangers.
No.
Okay, they're named after their city, so I think you're confused.
Should I go?
No, because I think it's an advantage to go first in this one. New York is the city in this
New York-
case.
Okay.
So
now
I'm going to
it's-
give you another guess.
Can you
the
give
Florida
like
Panthers.
give
Florida
like an
Panthers, there's
No.
one.
Okay. That works.
That works.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for.
Wait, what?
Florida Panthers, they play in Miami. So they're not the Miami Panthers, they're the Florida Panthers.
Man, I did. Okay,
So you didn't get it either.
No, well, I was. Here's mine. So that's number one. I thought you were going after teams like this, and hopefully this doesn't count if it's wrong. New England Patriots.
Yeah, that's correct.
okay.
Yeah, it's either the state that they
Gotcha.
play in or the region they play in,
Okay.
not the city.
Region.
Miami Dolphins, no good.
Yes.
Florida Panthers,
Good.
good. That's what you're looking for here.
How about
States or regions?
okay.
19, there's 17 left.
I got it now.
How about the Colorado Rockies?
Winner, Tony Gwynn Jr. 2-1. Ding. Scraby.
Golden State Warriors.
Scraby going with all the regions. That's correct. 2-2. Tony.
The Colorado Avalanche.
Very good. That's smart. You can use the same one. 3-2. Tony leads. We're moving along nicely. Scraby. Time. Tony. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what? Wait.
And
Arizona Cardinals.
This is just the 4 major sports, right?
4 major sports is all.
Arizona Cardinals.
Yes. 3-3. Tony.
I'll counter that with the Diamondbacks.
Arizona Diamondbacks. 4-3.
I'm
Moving
having
along
a hard time
nicely.
keeping
12
up with
left.
this.
Got to keep up a quick pace.
Tennessee Titans.
Very good, Scraby. Nice. Ties it at 4.
Not a fan of that, Scraby.
Good one. Tony. We're going to come down to the end, and there's going to be like 1 left, and it's going to be interesting.
Oh, my Lord.
Tony might need to take a pass on this one.
How about
Scraby, I'll let you be the timer. You just buzz him when you want to.
No, I can't do
You
that.
can't do that.
Oh,
State or region? I think all the regions are now taken, actually. So we're looking for states. Yep. Team named after the state. Tony may have to pass here.
Washington Nationals.
Can't give you that.
Why not?
Because they don't play in Washington. The Washington, D.C. is a city.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'll give you another guess if you were tricked. None of the Washington teams are correct.
Okay, that's
here.
fair.
Yeah,
I will
none of the
allow it.
Washington teams are correct.
This is
Sorry, Tone.
atrocious.
Sorry, Tone.
How about
He was excited for a second there. It's got to come to you soon. Or
Minnesota Vikings.
There it is. It came to
Why
you.
did I give him another one?
Just came to you. 5-4. Scraby.
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Very good. You guys can run through all these if you like.
Yep.
Tony.
Minnesota Twins.
Twins. Good.
Minnesota Wild.
Wow, Scraby, you knew the hockey team. I'm
I
pretty
can't
good with
stand
you.
you, Scraby.
How
That's
many
it for the
more of
Minnesotas. 6-6.
Gosh.
We got 7 correct answers left.
Oh, I just came up with one.
Tony's got to think again because all the Minnesotas are out.
The Texas Rangers.
Very good. Tony got all 4 baseball teams.
Is that all the baseball teams?
That's it for baseball.
Dang it.
Can we get a breakdown of sport?
After this, because we may have an even amount of guesses.
All right. I'm going to
Scraby
go
to
with
tie it at
the
7.
Carolina Panthers.
Wow.
Done. Correct. 7-7. We have no baseball left.
Okay.
We have no football left. We have 2 basketball, and we have 3 hockey.
Are the Hurricanes still a team?
Are you asking or are you guessing?
How many basketball do we have?
We have 2 basketball and 3 hockey. We're tied at 7. No strikes yet.
Wow. TG.
Does he want to go with the
I'm going to Carolina Hurricane.
Correct.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
still
It
a
still
team.
exists.
8-7. Tony. Scraby, we're down to 2 hockey, 2 basketball.
Uh-oh.
We're having a delay.
Oh, wait, got one.
Got one.
The New Jersey Devils.
New Jersey Devils. Good, Scraby. I'm pretty impressed with your hockey knowledge.
I know the teams, just don't know much more.
8-8. We got 3 left. Tony's in position to win, but he can't miss one. There's 2 in
Damn,
basketball. There's 1 in hockey.
Oh.
Yes.
Utah Jazz.
Utah Jazz.
That one also came to mind real quick.
9-8. Scraby.
Okay.
You got 2 to choose from.
What you
I
got,
got hockey and
Scrape?
basketball.
1 hockey, 1 basketball.
Okay.
This was kind of a throwaway category this time. Sorry, guys. I came up with it last week, and I didn't have time for a new one last night. But I think we're having some fun with it. All right, 2 left, Scraby.
Hold on.
I'm not going anywhere.
Hold on.
But you're going to need an answer here.
How many basketball? How many hockey?
1 of each remaining.
Man.
1 of each. They're named after the state, not
Oh!
the city. What?
Oh,
Oh.
The Utah Mammoth.
Utah Mammoth, correct.
Wow, Scrape.
I couldn't
All right.
remember their name. I almost called them the Yeti.
All right, so what is a fair time limit for Tony to come up with the last one?
And this is basketball.
It's going to be basketball. There's one team left to for the win. I'm saying 1 minute. Scraby, fair?
I think that's a long time, but
Too long?
30 seconds.
45 then. 45 seconds starts now, Tony, to come up with the last one. And then if not, Scraby will get 30 seconds
All right.
because you're getting the 45 included.
I think I got it.
You
Oh,
think you
no.
got it for the win.
The Indiana Pacers.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, wait a second.
What?
It's not the Indianapolis. No.
Pacers?
I'm not mad at the answer.
Oh.
The answer is correct.
Okay, what you got?
I get no rebuttal to defend my crown.
What's the rebuttal?
No one got anything wrong.
I went first. The advantage is what he was saying when he told you.
So wait, I can't three-peat because of a technicality?
Hey, you knew the rules.
I don't see
before we
anything
started.
technical about it.
Hey, bro,
There was 19 correct answers.
I'm gonna need my music played pronto.
I'm in protest of this.
That's fine. You can protest. Who sees this protest?
We'll let the chat decide.
Yeah.
Chat. Does he have a leg to stand on here?
My protest is because I
You
don't
got no wrong answers.
You know what I will say? I will give you one team that doesn't have a city or state. How about that? The Athletics.
Oh,
Tied up, baby! It's tied up!
He gave himself a ding for that.
It's tied up!
Oh man, you are a classic, man.
Tony doesn't win fair or square, and SD Mike 87 says Tony got 2 freebies. That's true.
I got one freebie. Hey,
Well, that's the one that beat me.
you gave it to me.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna say I think that category was mediocre at best because it was set up to end the way it did.
You didn't even get it.
It's precisely why I came up with it and then didn't use it last week because I didn't like it.
But what about the Athletics?
They don't count. They don't have They don't represent anything
They're not
but
named
themselves.
after anything. I don't
And
know.
actually,
You guys-
this year it says Sacramento, so that would actually be.
I think
Right.
honestly Tony wins, but I think Scraby gets an asterisk if he like it, and I think it's fair
You can put an
because
asterisk
there was no.
by my win. I got enough of them.
I
can
give you an
deal with
asterisk on a bad category today,
Yes, play my music.
but give him music anyway. All right. Fire the inventor of the show. I gotta find some. Yeah, I'm running out of these guys. I've done about 3 years worth now.
you got a nice little streak.
150 categories.
You got a nice little streak going right now.
So I'll come back stronger next time. But I did have a feeling that wasn't going to work because I didn't think you guys would miss any.
Listen,
And then
it worked. Scraby just had to hold the L this time around. It's all good, man. I just held 2 of them straight, back-to-back weeks. We can all do it.
Turn it up
Scraby,
a
are you
little bit,
paying
Scrape.
attention to Scraby?
Sorry, what?
What are you doing right now? We're in the
Texting.
middle of a show.
I checked out. I was really excited to three-peat.
You know,
People were counting on that three-peat. There were bets out there.
I'm sure.
I saw it on DraftKings. You
Yeah,
were
I know,
minus
right?
425
To win, I know.
to win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Chris, Brandon wants to know how can they submit ideas for categories.
Oh,
That'd be great.
just give them to you. You can pass it on
Or put them on the chat.
Yeah, put them on the chat. I like it. I mean, I'm honestly kind of
Actually, that doesn't work because then I'm aware of the category.
Oh, right. At Chris LOSD Twitter. There you go.
There you go.
Send me some category. That's a good idea,
That'd be great.
Scraby. Open it up. I've done as many of these as I can honestly think of. There's not many left. But yeah, if you think of some categories, have some fun with them too. And I'll determine the credibility of
There
those
you go. There
categories.
you
And
go.
if you get one, I would give you full credit out there for
The
it.
guy who chose today's category is in charge of the rest of the categories.
Yeah, I know. I told you today wasn't good. But you guys got to be
I
honest.
liked the category,
I
but
enjoyed
there was
it.
no
That
way for me to defend my title.
Yeah, it was. You just needed to go first, and you won last week, so you could.
See,
I could-
that is all craziness.
I could have actually snuck 2 more in there. It's Tampa Bay. I don't even know that's a city either. Tampa Bay
Tampa
is an
is, yeah, I
area.
don't know
Tampa's the city.
Yeah, it might have worked.
So I can be criticized for that as well.
KG has a great one. This is the 2020 World Series for Tony.
There we go. Okay,
That's fine.
about-
That's
about
fine.
right.
I've won a lot more. So
The
that's
other
all good.
149 have been really good, so I don't want to hear it.
You can have it.
Christmas the fans next. 833-288-0973.
2 of the AFC.
Halfway through this 4-hour show, Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Sello, Matt Scraby. Chris versus the fan on deck. 833-288-0973. Have a chance to take out Mr. Ello. Would give you the prize, but it sounds like there's some discrepancy on what the prize may be. So
Yes,
I'm gonna let Scraby give it to you when we get there. Want to go back to Game 7
of the World Series.
Of the World Series, we talked a little bit about the IKF play, in part because he was getting death threats, and we all thought that was a bit ridiculous and stupid. But on the baseball side of things, because there are so many new third base coaches out there that have weighed in on this, and there was just a terrific breakdown.
We're talking about when Kiner Falefa got thrown out in the bottom of the ninth on the forced play at home.
Yes.
And the people criticized him because he didn't have a big enough lead, and if he had, he might have beaten the throw. So people in Toronto are threatening to basically take him and his family out, which is just,
awful.
Asinine.
Yeah. Great breakdown from MLB Network on the play. They broke down, ironically, a May 22nd play against the Padres. They broke down some Dodger plays with the infield in throughout the early part or throughout the season, and then they went to that play.
They also, real quick, Tony, they also showed Will Smith picking a guy off third earlier in the season who had too big of a lead.
That was the play on the exact infield in setup they had. So this is the part that I think gets away from people, is that all that information is things that they're looking at and lead into why they are doing the things they do. The play they showed against the Padres on May 22nd, infield's in, ends up being a sac fly. But the point they were showing is that they had the same short kind of safe lead that
this is what Toronto obviously was teaching and wanted from its players. So Kiner Falefa was following what he was told to do, is what
they had been working on all season long.
Apparently,
right?
Yeah.
And so the other part, Chris kind of alluded to it. They showed a play against the Mets. Mets have a runner on third, infield's in, and he takes the kind of lead that I believe everybody thinks Kiner Falefa should have taken. And they promptly show my man getting picked. As a matter of fact, it wasn't it was Marte. It was Sterling Marte getting picked off of third, taking that kind of aggressive step towards the box as the ball's going through the zone. Will Smith on basically the break of the third baseman comes up and picks it off.
Yeah.
I say all that to say that also was something that they probably watched and were completely aware of as that moment was kind of playing out. Now, could Kiner Falefa have taken maybe a step and a half more? Yes, and that might have been the difference of him being safer out. However, that isn't something that have been worked on throughout the season. It's just not sensical for him to all of a sudden do something that he hasn't done at that position all year long.
Couple of things.
Yes, it does end up costing him a run, but
did he start the season there or in Pittsburgh? I think he started in Pittsburgh, so that's part of it. There was another.
But remember, he was on that team all last year. They let him go because they couldn't afford him at the time, but then they brought him back at the deadline. They liked him that much.
Okay. Because there's been so much said about this one play, probably way too much.
Absolutely.
But there was a good point made also that I saw on Instagram that you pointed out to us, Tony, by a former catcher, Eric Kratz. And they broke this all down again. And everything you've said is accurate. I think Kiner Falefa did as he's told. I think the mistake, if there was one, is just made by the Blue Jays in general. And the reason I say that is because of what Eric Kratz said. By taking a short lead, you were protecting against something that had very little chance of happening. The point being, would Will Smith try a pickoff there in the bottom of the ninth of the World Series?
Maybe not.
Probably not. Is the chance of the hitter hitting a line drive and getting doubled off? Yes, but not as much as the hitter hitting a ground ball. So what Eric Kratz's final point maybe on this whole thing was, the Toronto thinking was faulty here.
They overthought it.
Right. Kiner Falefa did what he was supposed to do, so don't shoot the messenger. But Toronto was protecting against something that had very little likelihood of occurring.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, I guess the Blue Jay fans, I guess, are going to think about this forever.
They are. They indeed are.
You know, that's
Listen,
unfortunate because it was a hell of a World Series to come down to that kind of thinking.
They've literally had like the best possible scenario happen to them in the World Series and maybe the worst possible scenario happened to them in the World Series. So
hang with them,
hang with
as
them.
I like to say, and you like to say.
Let's get to some Chris versus the fan.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, the prize, the new prize for the month. You will be qualified if you win for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip for two to see Sammy Hagar in Las Vegas, including 2 tickets to the March 20th show, a 2-night stay at Park MGM, and a $100 gas card. Sammy Hagar returns to Las Vegas with his Best of All Worlds Las Vegas residency. Get ready to rock with your favorite hits from the Van Halen years, Sammy solo hits, and more only in Las Vegas this March 11th through 21st and September 18th through the 26th at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
So he's playing Van Halen songs.
I guess that's what it says.
Because when he was the lead singer, it was actually Van Hagar, they called it.
Really?
Not officially, but that's what fans called it.
Interesting.
Because he was a Hagar, not a Halen.
Wait, so he was what, an original
He took over for
founding member?
David Lee Roth was the lead singer of Van Halen. Sammy Hagar took over for him. So people referred to the band at that point as Van Hagar.
Oh, they should
even
have.
though
They should have.
they went by Van Halen.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Get
So
me now.
let me get ready to rock with your favorite hits from the Van Hagar years.
There you go.
All
There
right.
you go.
The rules, you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you will get that question for free today.
Scraby, who's our first contestant?
Let's go to Ari.
Ari, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
First time.
How are you guys?
We are well.
Sound great.
All right, here we go.
Great.
First question.
I was waiting.
Oh, wait, sorry. Okay. Can you repeat it?
I haven't asked it yet. You're all right. Here we go.
I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. Oh, man, these are tough first ones. Here we go. Who won the 2025 NBA Finals, defeating the Indiana Pacers in 7 games to win the
I know this.
Go ahead.
The Oklahoma City Thunder with
Nice. Oh, little
Even
extra answer there too. Perfect.
You have the final score of the last game. Very good. Very good.
Here we go. Question number 2. Which Jaguars head coach coached the most games in franchise history?
Okay, well, it's definitely not Urban Meyer.
No, it's not good, though. She's good. I like it.
I don't know. I don't know.
You can
Your
pass.
turn.
You can pass and put the pressure on Chris.
pass.
She's gonna pass.
All right. By the way, people said the pass would change their game.
It has. Yes. It has changed the game a little bit.
Because once you give Chris an idea, it might zero him in.
That's exactly. They figured it out.
All right, so I'm looking for who? The most games coached in Jaguars history?
Yeah.
It's pretty tough. I mean, Tom Coughlin would be in the running he was the first. I don't think he was the longest. There was the guy who won the Super Bowl, Doug Peterson. I'll go with him.
Forgot about it.
He's going with Dougie P.
Dougie P.
Oh,
that is incorrect.
Is it not Coughlin?
It's not Coughlin. It is
someone else.
Jack Del Rio.
Really?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that he was a long-time coach.
Good for you,
Ari,
Ari.
you are into round number 3.
She's fired up.
Question number 3. What was the last team Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney played for?
Ooh. Yeah, I remember him. But wow, that's a tough.
Oh, goodness.
I think you're in good shape here, Ari.
I don't even know which Hall of Fame we're talking about with this one.
NFL.
Okay, so, one of 32 chances to be correct here.
You can also pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I could pass. You're right.
If you pass,
but I want to guess.
Okay.
She wants to
That's
guess.
no fun.
She wants to guess. I like it.
Green Bay Packers.
The Pack.
There you
Bay
go.
Pack.
It'd be awesome if it was right. Oh,
Stay there, though. Chris also has a 1 for 31 chance.
I have a 1 for 30. Well, 1 for 30 because unless he played his whole career with the Colts.
That's true.
But I'm assuming he did not finish with the Colts because that's the team he was famous for being with. I don't know. I think he played with the Chargers for like a cup of coffee. And I think that may be why you asked this. Chargers is my answer.
Going with the Chargers.
I am.
We got ourselves a winner.
Stay there, Ari. I'm gonna get your information to the break, but you are qualified for this grand prize, Las Vegas.
The answer: the Detroit Lions.
Get out of here. How many games did he play? Like for a quarter?
It wasn't long because I don't remember him in the Lions.
When I wrote this
That's
question,
a ridiculous question.
when I wrote this question, I was being diabolical.
Yeah, clearly.
He played his final year. He played for the Seahawks and the Lions, but he played 5 games for the Lions last.
He played with 2 teams that nobody's ever remembered.
Yeah. But he did play with the Chargers for 2 seasons.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
All right. So I was at least
Congratulations,
on to
Ari.
something.
Hang on the line.
Good for you, Ari. Congrats.
Scraby will
done.
get to you here in a sec. Nice to have a new contestant come on and get a win.
Yeah.
I'm pleased.
Doesn't happen very often.
No.
But, when you someone told me recently they played for the first time, but they forgot. I'm telling you, don't forget to tell us you're a first-time player because that one question skip is huge.
Huge.
Can be.
All right, let's get to break. On the other side, little traffic. More
We got a little
Chris.
traffic. I don't know. I might broach a subject with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Broach.
More Gwynn and Chris.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San.
We welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. Gwynn and Chris facing off this week in fantasy football. You picked good timing to face me, Tony.
You picked a great time to face me.
Okay. Well,
I think you picked a better time to face Chris because Chris had a tough week.
I lost my quarterback and tight end.
That's right. Well, yeah.
Both for the season.
I need to face you then.
And
you know what? Let me stop.
I told you yesterday I may, knock on wood, I may pick up Aaron Rodgers, which is scaring me personally.
You're going to pick him up and you're going to have the best week of the year against me. That's how it works.
We'll see who I pick up. But anyway, we'll keep you up to date. I think Scraby's got the best record of the three of us at the moment.
I am first in our division. Yes,
6-3, 5-4. I think you've snuck below 500
4 and
now,
5,
Tony.
yes,
4 and 5.
yes.
But it's very hotly contested league.
As our league always is, I feel like.
It's good. Very, very close. Nobody's better
except
than
for Thomas.
6-3.
Yeah.
Except for our guy Thomas.
Well, he won last year, and now this year he's 2-7.
I know. We keep texting on Sundays, me, Thomas, and Will, who used to work on the show as well. And Thomas is like, man, I won that championship, but I'm paying for it.
Yeah, good. Maybe if you fill your lineup out like everybody else, stop being a weirdo.
That's right, Thomas.
Wouldn't be an issue.
My wife started complaining yesterday about the fact that his lineup is not filled out because she's playing him this week.
I had to deal with it last week, and I was just praying I got a victory. But of course, I'm one of the 2 wins he has.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow. We got the Big Five coming up at the bottom of the hour. I got to tell you, there's a story on the Big Five that I cannot wait. If you are an animal lover and if you have a dog, wait till you hear this story having to do with dogs and Tom Brady.
Wild.
The GOAT is linked to a dog. And we're going to tell you about that in the Big Five.
Wow.
He's linked to a dog.
Yeah.
Is he marrying the dog?
Well,
you'll have to find out. You'll have to stay tuned.
You actually know since you're going to read the story. That's very funny.
You're going to know.
Yeah.
The chat's going to know before we get
the
to
chat
it.
will tell everybody before we get to it. But
and you'll be mad.
There it is.
And you'll be mad.
There it
They
is.
put it up there. I love this story though. I think
is.
it's an unbelievable story. It's crazy. But
It is
maybe
crazy.
not as crazy as the one you're about to tell, Scraby.
Well, I don't know that it's that crazy, but there was I'm in a new relationship, as everybody knows, and there was some high treason that occurred over the weekend.
High treason, he says.
So treason being that one of you did something anti-relationship.
Yeah.
Treason.
He said
All
yes.
right.
He said yes.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Good
on
with that.
Saturday night, I was I had plans to go hang out. We were going to watch the game, and
You and
so
your significant other.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And so we she texted me and she said, "Hey, do you want any sandwiches for dinner? I'm out and about. I'll pick some up before I come home."
Don't sound anything treasonous there.
Not yet.
Well, hold up.
Not yet.
If I may chime in.
Yeah, sandwiches aren't dinner. So
I got to tell you, when he told me the story the first, and he was kind of irritated, he stopped to tell me that sandwiches are not dinner.
Oh,
that
was
was
just-
that
really?
was one of the other
That was
things.
just a snack.
He just doesn't in the same way. Remember, he had the wild take about breakfast burritos and
yes, breakfast
gotta-
burritos you can't eat
have
for
it at
breakfast.
bread.
You can't eat for dinner.
It's along those lines.
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
but sandwiches to me aren't dinner; they're lunch.
Okay,
interesting.
We digress.
But if you have cereal at 8 p.m.,
that's dinner.
It's kind of dinner. It's not breakfast.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kayla says sandwiches aren't dinner.
We've all had cereal at 8 p.m.
Oh, I used to eat lots of cereal.
And that was
at
your
8
dinner
p.m.
that
Well,
night.
that's dinner then.
No, that was just on top of the dinner. That was fourth meal.
Okay.
That was fourth meal.
right.
Anyway, so she goes, and I was like, "That's very nice of you. Thank you. Yes, I'll have this sandwich." She's like, "Do you
You
want
don't mind
any?"
me asking, what'd you get?
A turcado.
Oh, he went standard turcado. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Go
we
ahead.
know it's in that.
Yeah.
You know where it's from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Board and brew, baby.
Yeah. So she
Oh,
said,
I like Board and Brew.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a free plug, but the I don't know what they call it. The boat of tuna. Incredible.
Yeah.
Ew.
Tom's Choice, also incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Board
I
and
believe
Brew.
it's
bowl of tuna.
We
sounds
digress. Go ahead.
awful.
Go ahead.
Um,
They give you like 5 cans of tuna in that sandwich. But it's
disgusting.
delicious.
You don't like fish though, so this is not
No.
not you.
all right. So she says, "Do you want chips with your sandwich?" And I said, "You know what?
Of course.
Today I'm feeling.
What do you mean today?
I don't usually eat chips every
Get out
sandwich.
of here.
Today I'm feeling
You get
chips.
a sandwich and walk out without buying the chips?
Get out of here, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I just get the sandwich.
We don't
I
believe
can't
it.
believe it.
Anyway.
So she said, okay, well, I'm not going to get chips. So if you want me to get chips, I'll get chips for you. And I said, yeah, please, let's get some chips.
Okay.
Or I'll get some chips. And then I started really enjoying
looking forward to the chips.
visions of me putting the chips into the sandwich, having a little bite.
One of the best.
You're going to put chips in there.
One of the best big back moves you can ever have, right there.
That's a good move.
Chips inside the sandwich.
I do like it, and they were going to be the jalapeno kettle cooked chips, and so I was really.
Those are Miss Vicky's.
It's right along with
Miss Vicky's, right?
Yeah, Miss Vicky makes a good potato chip.
Miss Vicky makes a good chip. So I was really getting into this, and I'm like, all right, World Series about to start. I'm starving.
You were ready.
So I go meet up with her, and she gives me my sandwich, and I was like, where are the chips? And she says, oh, I ate the chips.
Oh, on the way.
I said, when did you eat said chips?
When did you eat?
And she said, well, I didn't order ahead, so I had to wait in the restaurant, and it took forever, and I was starving.
So the
and
chips
had to be the.
I had only bought that one bag of chips, so I had no other choice but to eat your chips.
She ate it.
And I said, what?
But she was, wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. I want you to finish because I may have a small criticism of her here.
I said, what?
Okay.
Just like that. You guys can imagine me.
I just want to tell everybody, when he originally told me this story, you know how when somebody's telling you a story and they're still irritated about it?
Yeah, what day was this?
This was Monday.
Saturday.
Yeah, so this is Monday
yesterday.
when I walked in. He's telling me about it, and there was still
anger,
some irritation there.
And this is what angered me the most. Because she's a nice person, she felt bad, and she offered me other chips.
The pop chips.
She offered me the least favorites of all chips, cracked pepper pop chips.
Where were those from?
Oh, man.
In the pantry.
Oh, okay. She had those handy.
In the pantry. She's like, I know you really were loving the chips, and so, but I ate them, and here's some cracked pepper pop chips, and I just stood there, and I was like, this is not okay.
Can I just ask?
I had visions of eating Miss Vicky's in my. Well, that was weird. I had visions of eating chips in my sandwich.
Yeah.
And now I'm going with pop chips.
You didn't get it.
No.
Let me ask you a question. Did she finish the bag of chips in the store? Do we know?
Yeah. No, she was waiting.
Then why didn't she buy another bag?
Because I asked that. I asked her, and she said the line was too long. It was dinner time. People were all over the place. She couldn't get back in line to get more chips.
That's a cold move right there.
And I said, why didn't you tell me that you ate the chips? I would have been fine with that. I would have brought some. I would have went to the gas station and bought my own chips. And she said, I didn't want to tell you.
All right. You've spoken enough.
Yeah, you two married guys.
I don't want you to get in any, issue here. But I'm going to say this. My wife, when I get dinner, leans over and steals half my food all the time. And I don't like it. I don't, because I have a specific amount of food I want to eat. And she cuts into that by having a couple of tastes. So I get it on your point. But I also can't tell her that she did anything really terrible here. You get you almost have to be forgiven, man. She flew, she was flying and buying.
She did.
She's flying and buying. I say she kind of had the right if she was waiting too long to eat some chips. And it's a fair excuse that the line was too long to buy more. So yeah. I get her transgression here, but I honestly will tell you, I hate it when my wife eats my food, and she'll do it again tonight. So it's not like I changed anything.
I must say
and I really don't say anything too much anymore. I just kind of bite my tongue.
You just kind of you literally bite your tongue.
Pretty much, yeah.
I must say that, I think my wife and I argue like any other old couple does, but the one thing that both of us will fly off the handle about is our food. And I have made the mistake of eating her food, thinking it was okay. Yeah. She has done the same thing to me earlier in our marriage and relationship. And I think we quickly learned that if there's going to be something that we step out of bounds on, it can't be food.
Leave food alone.
The food is That's a
I think
deal breaker.
I think your girlfriend in this situation should learn the lesson. No matter how much of a hankering you had while waiting there,
go ahead and get
don't
the extra.
Don't do this to Scraby again.
Don't go ahead and get the extra. It's well worth it.
She texted me, and she doesn't have any issues with the chips. She said, "Sandwiches are dinner."
I agree. Whatever is being bought at that time, is dinner.
Now,
or made is dinner.
I'll also tell your girlfriend if she wants to, get me a sandwich from Board and Brew and bring it by, she can eat as many chips as she wants on the way.
I will also say that she did feel pretty bad about it. And so I'm not like mad at her, obviously, but this is a lesson that when you eat my chips, I tell people on the radio.
It's fun to hear Scraby talk about it, as he hadn't been in a relationship in quite some time, and having to kind of learn these little nuances.
Yeah, for the last how many other years he ordered a sandwich and chips. He got a sandwich and chips.
It came exactly.
I didn't have to worry about someone partaking in my chips.
You also had to go get it yourself too at that time.
Okay, so you guys are talking about leftovers and stuff. She's got leftover rules. We got 1 minute.
Okay.
She got leftover rules.
There's leftover rules.
If she brings something home and she puts it in the fridge, she has 24 hours to eat it. If she does not eat within 24 hours, then I may request to eat her food. But I do not want 1 day old food at that point.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing.
You guys are setting boundaries. That's what's happening here.
This is an interesting thing. You guys come from two different households, how it's run. I know in my house, in the Gwynn household growing up, you put something in the refrigerator and it wasn't eaten in a I don't even know if there was a time on it. It just felt like it was long enough.
Yeah.
Free
I
for
lived
anybody.
in a fraternity where there were no rules. If the food was in there for 3 minutes while you used the restroom, it may be gone when you came out.
Joseph says with his, I believe, wife, we've once argued over the buttermilk ranch at Jack in the Box.
I definitely had that argument before.
We will get there one day.
Buttermilk ranch at Jack in the Box is nothing to play with.
I will protect that ranch with my life.
Real quick, this hour, 97.3 The Fan, brought to you by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't forget, custom cards, invites, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Staples, that was easy. Big Five is next. What in the world did Tom Brady and the dog, how did they link up? Oh, my.
9. Big 5 coming right up. No reads for me, at least. So, yeah, man. Nice show so far, man. We've had some fun. Scraby trying to get Chris's attention over here. There he goes. And
I didn't want people to see me there. I'm just kidding. My camera. We know
it
this
literally
is
has a
I hate
mind
it.
of its own.
I hate it more than anything.
By the way, I know
I get up and leave just like Chris does. My camera does
your
not do
camera
the same
fault
thing.
comes back. Well, I know we have Big 5, and I can't wait to talk about the Brady story. But we didn't get time to mention this yesterday. I was in Anaheim.
Is this a good time to mention it with the time?
All right, it's not a good time to mention it.
Write it down.
Let's get to traffic.
You'll have to hold off on that story.
And don't even tease it, because
by
somebody.
the way, I was going to say, if you think you know what I'm going to say, go ahead and put it in the chat.
Traffic, Big 5.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. A few problems here, guys. One is this collision on the coastline, northbound 5 near Cannon. A couple cars over to the right shoulder. Also traveling on westbound 8 right before the 805. Accident blocking lanes, couple vehicles involved. South 805 stall vehicle partially blocking the El Cajon Boulevard off-ramp. Another stall reported on the Convoy Street off-ramp of westbound 52.
My mom, Linda, works for Caltrans. On a freeway, right next to speeding cars. Please be careful. Flashing lights mean move over. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big 5 starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. Chris talked about it. There is a wild Tom Brady dog story that we'll get to at the end of the Big 5. But we're going to start with this.
Number 5.
And with Yu Darvish's injury today, the Padres really, not injury today, he's out for all of 2026. We'll get more into that in the 5 o'clock hour. But the Padres need pitching now, and they need pitching, starting pitching. So here are some of the unrestricted free agents. Now, Shane Bieber has a player option, which I did hear he was going to decline.
Ooh, he's going to decline it.
I don't know if that's for sure, but he has a player option for $16 million. I believe.
Ask the people in the chat. They'll tell you.
Chat, did Shane Bieber decline his option?
They know everything.
It's almost like I'm talking to Alexa or something.
Yeah.
But here we go, Tony. Which guy, and I'm going to give you their name and I'm going to give you their projected salary.
I only get one?
You only get one.
Ooh.
Framber Valdez, $33 million. Shota Imanaga, $30 million. Ranger Suarez, $26 million. Dylan Cease, $26 million. Shane Bieber, $24 million. Michael King, $22 million. Those numbers I'm giving are projected. So, Tony, out of all those guys, money taken into account, who would you go with?
Dylan Cease.
I kind of had a feeling you were going to say that. 26 mil.
He's the youngest of the group.
That is true.
He's the most durable of the group by far.
Yeah.
Maybe Fromber's second place in that category. I value health when it comes to pitching. And he still has elite stuff. So, yeah, that would be my choice.
Chris, out of those guys, which one would you go with? Framber,
Ranger Suarez.
Ranger Suarez for $26 million.
I like having
second youngest.
Yeah, I like having somebody on my team with the initial R Suarez. And since I've lost Robert Suarez, I don't want them to I don't want to have to spend any extra money in the uniform.
That would be kind of sweet if you could just get So you're gonna,
but he's a pretty good
Suarez
pitcher. I thought he had a really good year, and he also pitches in a really hitter-friendly ballpark.
Yeah,
I think this guy could be pretty tough in a hitter or in a pitcher-friendly ballpark.
And the cheapest of the two, at least from a year-to-year basis.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll take Michael King too. Believe me.
Yeah.
I'd like to have two. I don't know that we can get two.
I
but
would like to have two as well.
We're going to have to get one, though. It's pretty clear to me. Going to have to get one at least.
I am going to. There's a good question on the chat that I'm going to put in that we could talk about later about qualifying offers and Caesar King. So we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Number 4.
There's a big debate now ever since Yoshinobu Yamamoto won World Series MVP. Who had a better World Series? Madison Bumgarner in 2014 or Yamamoto this year? In 2014, Madison Bumgarner in the World Series pitched 21 innings. He allowed only one earned run. He had a .43 ERA. He entered Game 7 in the 5th inning with the Giants up 3-2. He ended up winning that. And same thing as Yamamoto, got a 5-inning save to deliver that. Yamamoto, in his appearance in the World Series, 1.02 ERA, 17 2/3 innings. And obviously, he was very, very good. And he pitched on no rest in Game 7. So, Chris, you're up first. Who had the more impressive World Series, Madison Bumgarner or Yoshinobu Yamamoto?
I think this is a tough one because Yamamoto is very fresh in the memory. It's hard to remember. I remember watching Madison Bumgarner and going, man, this is incredible. So I know what he did was really, really good, but I just, for whatever reason, can't recall every bit of it. He was, I'm looking at this real quick. He was fortunate in one regard. Madison Bumgarner was. Game 6, he pitched a complete game. Game 7 apparently was not played for 3 days. I don't recall. Was there rain or what?
I don't remember.
It must have been.
I don't know. I'm a little confused by this, but I'm sorry. Oh, no. I'm okay. He did not pitch in Game 6, Bumgarner.
Yeah, that's
all right. That's what my mistake is. He pitched in Game 5.
Yeah.
And then came back in Game 7. Yamamoto, 6 and 7. Randy Johnson did that in 01. I think Yamamoto, I'm going to give him the nod because of the 6 and 7 and both games on the road and the incredible stress that he had to, deal with there. My goodness. And he also won 3 games. Bumgarner won 2 and had a save. I'm going to go Yamamoto by a slight margin. Also, Bumgarner kind of bugs me nowadays.
All right.
Enters into my thinking.
Tony, who had the most impressive performance? Madison Bumgarner, more impressive performance.
I'll go with Mad Bum.
Okay.
He annoys me too, but I do remember that series. He was dominant in Game 1, dominant in Game 5.
Yeah.
And then, yes, he came back in Game 7. But, I mean, a 0.43 ERA.
He only gave up 1 run.
That's crazy.
He also had a complete game in that series, which is the same as Yamamoto did in this one.
Yeah, so I'm a give it to Mad Bum.
All right.
They're 2 of the best of all time.
They certainly are, for sure.
I was pretty impressed when he came out. And in that 18-inning game, the day after he pitched, Yamamoto said, hey, I'm ready. Put me in there if you need me. So.
Number 3.
Sources say that Adam Ottavino has spoken with Rockies owner Dick Monfort about the team's head of baseball operations opening. He is a Northeastern alum. He pitched in the majors as recently as April with the Yankees. He spent 2012 through 2018 with the Rockies. Tony,
yes,
he has no front office experience, just player experience. Does he qualify for this job?
In terms of experience, no, he doesn't qualify at all. But he did play. I guess that counts for something. I don't know if that means you can crunch numbers and do all the things that are expected as a general manager. I will say it tracks, right? Northeastern alum,
Chris Young didn't have any kind of
No, he did not.
experience.
No, he
he's
did
been
not.
a pretty good GM, so.
He has.
What was he before he was GM?
Who?
Chris Young.
A tall guy.
He was an assistant to John Daniels.
Okay, so he did have.
Yes, he had some experience, at least in that role prior to becoming the head honcho. This tracks, though. I mean, Dick is looking to probably be cheap on this end in terms of who he's bringing in. You could probably do that with a less qualified person in terms of experience.
That's a perfect stupid move by the Rockies. I mean, this will fit.
We already discussed earlier that there were 2 guys who had kind of been in the running finalists. I think it was
they
written.
both have dropped out.
And they've dropped out.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if they dropped out because they figured Ottavino had it won, or if they dropped out because they figured, I don't know if I can work for this boss man.
I bet it's
Once
that.
they did the interview, they're like,
Yeah.
okay,
It's the first time in an interview that the person being interviewed got up and said, "Nah, I'm out of here.
Thanks for the opportunity, but I'm okay."
I mean, I don't know if my man
yeah.
Ryan Spielberg would want to do the job, but why wouldn't he? He's in your organization.
He's already there.
If this is the route you're going,
He seems a little more fun-loving personality. I don't know. Ottavino, to me, looks like a rockhead.
I mean,
I've seen him out on the mound. He acts like an idiot. He's the kind of guy that hits you with the fastball, then takes 3 steps toward you and challenges you. I'm just not a fan of his whole game. I didn't like the Babe Ruth comments. I thought they were, just silly
unnecessary.
and unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
So but again, the Rockies are going to do something stupid. So this fits.
I mean, listen, he
This fits.
fits the kind of listening to him on the network because he's done some.
Oh, has he done that?
He seems like the dry personality that a baseball ops guy would have.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
I'm waving it off.
Is.
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
All right, so I need to hit the next one.
Yes.
Number 2.
This is not an understatement. This may be one of the biggest upsets in college basketball history. Yesterday, Division II Hawaii Pacific, get this, guys, a university that is located in a former strip mall that they've moved into and plays their home games at a former Franciscan Adult Day Center facility.
Wait, well, what?
They basically are living, or they're basically playing in them. I don't even know how to explain it.
What is a
It's like a
adult daycare, adult day center? What is
I
that?
thought daycare too. I think it's like a gym.
Okay.
I don't know. But anyway, they beat Boise State yesterday, Hawaii Pacific. So Boise State is 0-1. They win 79-78. This team is not supposed to do much of anything. So, Chris, you're up first. How big of an upset is this?
I think it registers. But if you ever want to read about the biggest upset in the history of college basketball, there's no contest. You got to go back to 1982. The game was played in Hawaii, and it was well, in this case, I have to. It was Chaminade College.
Oh, I remember.
Against Virginia and Ralph Sampson. Twice the National Player of the Year.
Want to talk to Samson?
Virginia was number 1 in the nation.
Doctor said I need to back you out of.
And Chaminade beat them. You can read it. 77-72, 1982. Read about. That was the most crazy upset.
That was
ever.
their first one. Didn't Virginia? Aren't they the first number 1 seed
Yeah,
to
they
get
were.
beat down too in
In the
NCAA tournament?
Yeah, that was
16-1.
another. Yeah, that was another era, of course. But
yeah.
This was Ralph Sampson. Was come on. Chaminade probably didn't have a player taller than 6 foot. Anyway, that's the biggest upset. But this was, registered.
Tony, would you like to answer, or would you like to go to the dog one?
Let's go to the dog one. I miss Ralph Sampson. He used to come around. One of Peter Seiler's
Did he?
good friends, so he was always around.
Okay.
Man, he's fun to talk to.
Number 1.
Tom Brady revealed that his current dog, Junie, is a clone of his late dog, Lua, who died in December of 2023. The dogs were cloned by Colossal Biosciences, a biotech company that is getting a great commercial today because Tom Brady is an investor in it. He used blood collected prior to Lua's death. So, Tony, I'll go to you first, and then Chris can take it over. Would you want to clone your dog?
I need to hide this story from my wife
Uh-oh.
because she has certainly on many occasions before this story happened has asked me literally, have you figured out a way to clone him? Our dog Axel.
Oh.
So no, this has Pet Cemetery all over.
That's the scary side of it, for sure.
I can't get past that.
If anybody has ever seen the movie or read the book Pet Cemetery, you know what he's talking about.
This is wild.
Yeah, the dog comes back with a different personality
in that book and movie,
Yeah.
Stephen King. Here I have a question because my wife's the same way. She wants our dog to live, forever and ever and ever, and I
Infinity.
do too. But I don't know that I can go this route.
Yeah,
It would be a little weird to me.
It's reported at like 50 racks to do.
It would be, yeah, that's right. It would be weird. It would be a little weird for me. But also, if you clone Lua the dog,
yeah,
Shouldn't the clone of Lua the dog be Lua?
No.
Well,
same
dog. Apparently,
that's a.
He's got a
I've
different
never
name
even
for
thought
this
about
dog.
that.
So that's throwing me off a little bit.
That may allow him to not think of Pet Cemetery.
Maybe.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Change the name. Pretend that it's a different dog.
By the way, we
bit.
shouldn't finish the story without mentioning there are a lot of people out there who think this is all BS.
100%.
They don't buy it. So at least that side needs to be mentioned.
Really?
Yes. This is not.
Why would he lie about this?
I don't know. He may not be lying.
I don't think he's lying.
But is the company really truly able to do what they say they're doing?
Gotcha. I mean, that is a question.
Yeah.
As much as I love my guy Lucky, I don't know that I could.
Seems a little bit weird.
I think part of life is having pets pass, and then you get to know a new one.
I want to talk to Samson on the other side.
San Diego.
back. Happy hour time here on Gwynn and Chris, 5 o'clock. 5:01, actually, as we get back underway, and my camera is again messed up. Chrisello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Mr. Scraby, go until 6. Then it'll be Scraby by himself on the Chronicles from 6 to 7. And we'll see where he goes with that. And it's actually a pretty good day, sports, for a Tuesday. You know, we had the big story with Yu Darvish. This isn't good, but it's newsworthy. Darvish announcing today that he underwent the Tommy John surgery. And, you know, that means he's out next year. It's a 12 to 15-month recovery. So there will be no Yu Darvish next year.
In his statement, he said he is going to work hard to being able to throw a baseball comfortably again.
He wants to pitch.
So that sounds like a dude who wants to pitch.
So look, now I don't know how you tell me, or we'd have to read the contract. But if you're under contract for the next whatever years, that includes surgery. You're paid, right?
Yeah,
fully
for sure. Only way you don't get that money is if you retire on your own, like not due to injury.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
That's really it.
Well, my other question now, so with that in mind, and he needed the Tommy John surgery, do the Padres have to check him out and sign off on that decision?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's paying for it. So,
Okay.
I mean, so if he's hurt, Padres in any organization is going to do their due diligence.
Because that's the weird thing. Because what if Darvish doctor says he needs it, Padre doctor says he doesn't need it? This happens, though, sometimes, not here, but
typically
it does happen.
Player is going to see the doctor that the Padres are providing.
Okay.
Right? So they probably know he's been dealing with discomfort. I mean, he missed half of the season to start the year, so you assume it's a part of the same thing. He missed it with discomfort in his elbow.
Yeah.
Now they get to the end of the season. They take a look under the hood. They see what's going on. Now he's got surgery. Assuming that he didn't have a second opinion on with his own doctor. I think this is just standard practice right here.
All right.
He did get a
go ahead.
Sounds like it was a different type of.
It's an internal brace procedure, which is something that they're trying.
This is a new thing.
Yeah, to make it stronger. And
even better, he's a guinea pig at this point.
Hey, listen, here's the thing: when you get to the age of 40, whatever, and he's already had, I know he's had at least one Tommy John. It might have been 2 prior to this. I can see someone being like, "I'm willing to try something different."
He had it in 2015. 10 years ago.
Yeah. So I think that
Darvish is a legit, right? 5-time All-Star. He's almost even got a look at the Hall of Fame for a vote or two. So you got to give the benefit of the doubt. He's also 39. He's not yet 40, but he'd be 41 when he comes back.
Right.
But I think the immediate thing is Padres definitely now with Michael King opting out, Dylan Cease free agent. You're down to Pivetta. You're down to Musgrove, hopefully, and a little bit of pray for rain. I mean, Vasquez, yes. I mean, Vasquez all of a sudden becomes, wow, well, thank goodness we have him. So the Padres are going to have to definitely bulk up some starting pitching now in the wake of this.
Listen, all of a sudden, if you're getting creative, Morty Home becomes an option back in that rotation.
Waldron is still in the organization.
Mason Miller becomes an option in that rotation.
I don't think he does because Suarez opted out. I think you got to go Mason Miller as your closer. At least I think
as of now we do. But
unless you get another closer,
we just watched AJ Preller trade for a closer when he already had one. So
you never know.
I think it's so wide open at this point. It's just kind of silly to kind of guesswork because it could change from now, and we know it's going to change from now and from another 2 months from now.
Let me ask you the chat question real quick.
What's the chat question?
So the qualifying offer this year is around $22 million. So I don't remember who asked it, but any chance the Padres put the qualifying offer to Cease and King and one of them accepts it? Because if they accept it, it's kind of like a franchise tag, right?
I mean, yes.
You play 1 year at a higher level of salary.
Yeah. I can't see it. Maybe Cease, but I don't think that I think he can get more than that on the open market. I think both
in multiple years.
I think both him and King can get more than that in the open market.
Whatever it is, the Padres are going to have to pay to get another pitcher. Shota Imanaga is among those that's now available. He opted out today. Jack Flaherty, Tigers, is one who's not available. He's staying with Detroit. One other baseball note. This will make you happy, Scraby. I'm always looking out for you, trying to find things that'll make you happy. Tim Kirkjian, the highly respected baseball writer, knows everything about everything, has written an article for ESPN.com today, and he says that it is now official. The just completed Dodger Blue Jay World Series is the greatest one ever played. So there you have that.
It was really fun.
It was awesome. I don't care what anybody says. That was a great World Series.
1991 Braves Twins was kind of the previous one that people thought. I think 5 of those 7 games went to extra innings, and you had the 1-0 finale. But this one was good.
It was
so
really good.
If you want to read more about that, Tim Kirkjian.
I mean, an 18-inning game and an 11-inning game 7.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Well, the Twins Braves was maybe 10-inning game 7 with no score.
No score.
Crazy.
0-0.
John Smoltz pitching against Jack Morris. Anyway, that 91 was great, but this was great also. NFL stuff. The trade deadline was today. The biggest story: Sauce Gardner to the Colts, 2 first-round picks. Jets also trade Quinnell Williams to the Cowboys. Why they want him, nobody seems to know. But the Jets get a first and second round pick from Dallas. So Jets hauling in some picks. Wide receivers on the move. Jacoby Myers to, I think it was Jacksonville, and Shaheed to Seattle.
Yes.
Don't want to get them wrong. One goes to Jacksonville, one goes to Seattle.
I'm really surprised the 49ers didn't make another move after losing Michael Williams. I'm being serious.
All right.
They were supposed to be like heavily involved teams. Let me start this over.
Heavily involved in the trade deadline
Yes,
news.
thank you, Chris.
There you go.
Thank you.
But
But
they did not.
They did
not
nothing.
get involved.
No, they did nothing.
Aztec basketball starts tonight against Long Beach State, and Aztec football takes a hit today from the head football coach of the Wyoming Cowboys.
Can we talk about that for a second?
I never got to read the quote.
Who absolutely rips the entire San Diego State program today.
Do you have the quote?
Yes, I have it.
And,
Give me a second.
I mean, this is, depending on how you feel about it, maybe this is a good thing in the long run. Maybe the Aztecs need to hear this from somewhere else. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Scraby?
this is the Wyoming coach from the top rope. A game like Saturday night makes you appreciate being in Wyoming, said no one ever. That's a beautiful that's a beautiful stadium. They have a really good team, and they had a promotion the other night where you come dressed as an empty seat because there was nobody there.
Wow.
That showed as much as anything. There was nobody at the game. Let me read that again. They had a promotion the other night where you come dressed as an empty seat.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I would say.
Those are pretty strong words.
There's so many people
I mean, not only
commenting
did you come down here and have to play in front of an empty
And we
stadium,
whipped you,
You
too.
got your butts whipped
Yeah,
too.
you
so
went home with your tail between your legs, but still decided to fire off the salvo.
I can see why he was a little frustrated.
Yeah.
He just decided to direct his anger at the empty seats.
You
But
and
to
I,
your point,
you and I are alumni, man. We love San Diego State. We're behind everything they're trying to do. But you can't keep having half-filled football stadiums. It definitely is, makes
so
everyone.
how do we change it? Is it
Kirk
is it
Kenny's-
simply the ticket price?
I don't think so,
I
but
don't
I think
think so
it's
either.
part of it.
Yes, for sure.
The ticket prices, there's 300 tickets, and that's it, that go for $65. Everything else in that stadium is at least $120, I think I read, all the way up to $300. So most people think the price point is too high. San Diego State says they did a survey about all this before the stadium. They determined these were the prices. Kirk Kenny says in his articles, no one ever proved that survey was correct.
Taking place, right?
Kirk has been very adamant. So have most people. The prices need to come down.
What else is it?
it's getting a vibe back and a feel, and I think Sean Lewis is getting there. But it's just getting to where San Diego State football is a cool place to go.
I say this. I think, at least in my experience, it takes some time, right? I remember being here in 2010, playing for the Padres, being on a really good team. And at that time, there had been a lot of bad baseball. I think they had gone, what was 2005 was the last time they had gone?
4 or 5 years.
So it'd been a while, and it had been pretty bad in that time frame. And so the 2010 team didn't quite resonate. And so you kind of had that good year. No one came out in the type of way we see now. And the Padres now, I think people got to remember, it was a build up to that, right? There was a lot promised. There was a lot, put out there on top of those promises. And the Padres, by all accounts, lived up to that promise in terms of putting a team out there that people wanted to come to see. But it didn't just all of a sudden fill up. It was like a gradual kind of build up to where they are now. I say that to say I hope that's the case for San Diego State. If they can continue to play good football and be a team that people want to come see, maybe that alleviates some of it. The prices are certainly something we've been talking about really since the opening of that stadium.
Pretty much, yeah. Somehow basketball became the place to be. I can't put my finger on it.
It's consistency.
Basketball, they're almost going to sell out if they don't sell out tonight. But football has never gotten to be the place to go on a Saturday night. I don't know how you do it. That's for marketing people to figure out.
Word up.
By the way, speaking of college football, they're releasing the first playoff standings right now. So we'll pass those along to you shortly, unless somebody in the chat tells you what they are. Oh, they will. I know. We'll take a timeout, though. In the meantime, Scraby, and check some traffic before more Gwynn and Chris. And I still got a fun thing to tell you about yesterday.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this.
Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one.
So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up.
On the clock, this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by U.S. Wellness Meats. U.S. Wellness Meats offers 100% grass-fed beef, pork, poultry, wild-caught seafood, and more. Shipped free from family farms. Get 20% off for your first order at uswellnessmeats.com. More Padres news. Earlier this afternoon,
The unveiling of Peeler Seiler Way over at Petco Park was unveiled earlier this afternoon, as I said. And
So the ballpark is surrounded now?
It is.
Pretty much. You got Peter
Seidler,
Trev, you got
Tony Gwynn, and then Trev on the backside.
So there's one street open maybe for somebody else.
Yeah. I mean,
Matt Scraby Way. Be nice.
I tried to, but they said no.
They may be saving it for Manning one day. Who knows?
Oh, Manny.
Chris just floored Chris.
Yeah.
That just floored
I love
him.
Manny.
It's a ways
Peter
away.
Seidler Way is where the Lexus lot is. It's that street that goes all the way down, right?
No,
that's
Tony
Imperial.
Gwynn. Wait, which street?
Okay, so
So
on
like
the,
I'll tell you where it is. Where the ticket off where you
Yes.
purchase your tickets.
Yes.
That is where Peter Seidler Way is. Right? When you come across the crosswalk.
Yeah.
And it's
so it's only right there. It's not all the way up towards the
I'm
freeway.
I'm saying that's part of the street.
Gotcha.
It goes up to the freeway is Imperial, as he said.
Yes.
So there's that.
Anyway, they have a sign up now that says Peter Seidler Way, so that's nice.
Victor, the hitting coach.
Victor Rodriguez.
Victor Rodriguez will not be having a way.
Were you about to say Gonzalez again?
Probably. I didn't want to risk it.
Victor, the hitting coach.
That's the other news of the day, though. He has been apparently snapped up by the Astros as their new hitting coach.
Yeah.
If you're wondering.
Now you have a story about your
It's not a
travel
big
yesterday.
story. Yeah, it's just it's a pat on the back for myself. I don't do it often.
You're patting yourself on the back.
Well, I am, and I think you'll see why.
Okay.
Because you know what's happened in the past. Scraby sent me up to Anaheim yesterday with the equipment so that I could put myself on the stream, and be able to be part of the show. I was at the hotel yesterday there before the women's game. Scraby, before we left, we efforted to get it all
I was
working.
There. Yeah, couldn't get it working.
Scraby could not get the stream.
This is the
working.
story we're gonna tell.
You told me to tell this story.
That was yesterday.
Oh, now you don't want me to.
No,
He's
go
not
ahead.
feeling the
He
same
couldn't.
way.
He couldn't get it going. So
I couldn't.
And was frustrated he couldn't get it going.
yeah,
too.
I downloaded new
He tried
browsers,
everything.
He was mad at
settings.
Chris. Like,
I
Chris, you
was-
need to call these guys and
Right,
see.
he wanted me to bring in the basically the Army, National Guard, if they're although they're busy.
Restarted the computer.
I was going to have to take a National Guard away to help me. So as a backup, he sent me up there with an additional camera, an additional all this backup stuff in case we couldn't get it going, which it didn't look like. However, in the ensuing day before we left, I, of all people,
Figured it out.
started
didn't you?
pressing. I didn't figure it out, Tony. I just pressed so many buttons that it finally worked.
Can I tell you a secret? He can't stand that you say, I just started pushing buttons and it worked. It really pisses him off.
I kept trying I just clicked on everything you could click on. And finally, I found something that allowed the camera to operate on the laptop. And so I was the reason I was on yesterday. That is a pat on my back. And even Scraby knows it because he knows that I'm usually the guy that can't figure any of this out.
This was he had mixed emotions yesterday.
I was very angry.
That you figured it out on your own. He was very happy. But the fact that you just pushed buttons and
I
figured
just
it
don't
out.
want. I want to confirm the fact that figured it out is not correct.
You did figure it out.
No, but by accident, really, just by
Because
that's the part that irritates him is
Yeah.
that you figured it out by accident.
Because I opened up the camera app, we could see ourselves on the camera app, but we couldn't see ourselves on any other browser. And so then I went into
Some
the
would
browser
say
settings.
it was incompetence on your part.
Oh, is that right? I was gonna say, Chris.
Well, you got to be approaching incompetence if you're lower than me on the scale.
I can't say anything about it, which is the worst part because Chris did get it working.
Oh, that's too funny.
Because he texted me on Saturday, "Hey, I got it working," and I was like, "There's ain't no way, ain't no way," and then he did. Real quick, we forgot to mention that the Padres declined the team options on Kyle Hart and my guy Tyler Wade.
I think they declined it, right?
The Padres did, yeah. Or it says Padres declined team options.
Additional player option updates is what I got.
Okay.
You're right.
Surprises me in the
You're
wake
right.
of
They worded that wrong. You're
and
right.
they declined the mutual option on
Elias Diaz.
Yes.
All of that surprises me, but mostly the fact that they would not want to bring back team MVP Tyler Wade.
That was great.
As voted on by Scraby in midseason.
I mean, the guy filled in masterfully for Jackson Merrill, and then was
Tyler. If you're out there, understand we are fans.
Yes,
and then was
quite have you as
unceremoniously dumped.
Yeah, well,
that's a cold game, man.
And then
MLB
never came back
baseball.
up again, even though he was in El Paso.
MLB baseball is a cold game.
It is.
It's not easy.
No, it's not
easy out there.
My lake show. I don't know if we talked about this yet, but I mean,
What are they now? 5-2?
Yeah, playing
Yeah.
some good basketball, all without LBJ. It's been quite fun, man. Watching his team.
He's getting, you know what LBJ is doing. I don't think he has anything that he's even saying he has.
I mean, he's not got a sciatica problem.
You don't have an old man problem.
I mean, he's one of the most fit people on earth, but he has a sciatica problem.
That's A, but B, we all have a sciatic problem at that age. Here's the thing. He saw what Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow did, and he's going, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to play all year, and then I'll be ready for the playoffs. This is beneficial for the Lakers. You know that, Tony.
Stop
Come
it.
on.
I can't wait for LBJ.
You don't want
to
him
come back.
playing?
I want him playing.
Well,
we don't want to set that.
I also read today on a quick tweet that I didn't delve into that Michael Jordan could be being a little too honest for the NBA's liking on NBC.
I mean, I can see that.
He's been honest so far.
He's been very honest.
He's been
so
like,
far.
hey.
The NBA needs to get over that then.
Well, you know,
I think they should get over it. I think honesty is the best way forward, right? Just tell the truth. It might be a little uncomfortable for a second. I mean, he kind of made his thoughts known on the whole load manager thing.
Right.
I don't know what they thought he was going to say anyway. I mean, it's not like the dude missed very many games.
Yeah. He's the ultimate competitor, and there's not, even if everybody was playing every game, he wouldn't think that they were competing to his level.
Yeah, I'm sure
because he was kind of one of a kind in that regard.
What he say in the Last Dance? Some people are going to see this. They're going to say, "Nah, he was a tyrant." He was like, "Nah, that's just you, because you never won anything in your life."
You know, he also declined to give Horace Grant food on the plane.
Oh,
so,
here we go with this.
You know,
I can't.
Maybe he is a tyrant.
I can't.
Maybe
When
he
are
is
you
a
getting
tyrant.
Horace Grant on the show?
I've tried.
Really?
Yeah. I'm in the wrong spot.
You tell him, Horace, we're giving you your very own stage to expose Michael Jordan's meanness.
That was a story that came out.
All right.
He declined to give him food on the plane.
We got to get to break.
Wouldn't let him eat.
When we come back, biggest fan is going to be announced. So you might want to keep your ears peeled back listening to this station because you could be that biggest fan. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side. AJ, this season started off amazingly well, and it kind of had to tread water there in the middle part of the season. You go out, you make the moves to improve this ball club. Is this part of what you envisioned when you went out and made those moves?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we played great ball to start the season. Hopefully we start the year and end the year playing our best ball of the year. And yeah, I think the deadline, we needed to round the club out. So we thought we had a team that could get to this point. Probably, knew we needed some reinforcements. Our baseball ops team did a great job. I think seeing Freddie get the big hit tonight was fun to watch. I think it was all part of the puzzle, honestly, just rounding out the team.
I mean, throughout the course of the season, different things have popped up in terms of what you guys needed to add or what you needed to improve. Talk about this coaching staff, because they seem to pull a lot of things out of guys that hadn't reached the potential that we've seen them reach this year. Yeah,
I mean, you look at Gavin Sheets that comes here with the opportunity, talking to Schulte, Victor, Mike McCoy's done an unbelievable job with Gavin. You see guys like, at the end of the day, you look at the bullpen piece, it's David Morgan coming up through the organization, coming right into the mix in the big leagues. Schulte every day, every day is to talk about what baseball excellence looks like. It's a teaching class. The group is it's a thankless job. They're here at noon every day. They're the last guys to leave. It's a huge part of our success as our coaching staff. And when you can give them talented players and then see those guys achieve and overachieve, that's a testament to the work the staff does every day.
Probably one of the moves that doesn't get talked about enough is you bring Nick Pivetta in kind of last minute. You had to get creative. Just talk about that signing and how big it was for this ball club.
Yeah, it's kind of fitting he's on the mound today in a clinching game because he's been that guy all year long. I think he was a guy throughout the offseason kind of monitoring his market. And, with Joe's injury, Musgrove being out, we knew we were a little short on the starting pitching side. And, we got to February, and, a guy like Pavetta's still out there, who our R&D teams talked about for the last few years, as a guy that we thought we could take to a different level. And he's become here and been unbelievable, been the ace of the staff. It's great to see him out there.
Can we talk about Manny Machado? I mean, you got to see him reach some career highs this year. This was your first real big signing you brought here, and now for the first time in 19 years, this team is going to back-to-back playoff appearances. This has got to be kind of all coming together. Obviously, there's a big prize at the end that you want to get to, but this has got to feel right now.
Yeah, you can really go around the room and talk about, thought process and where we're at with trades, free agent signings, but obviously bringing Manny here to San Diego, you're bringing a superstar in the prime of his career in a city where kind of people were used to those superstars going out the other way. You've seen it your whole life. To do it where Manny came in, he was kind of that first piece, that foundational piece. We talked about in Havana Harry's and Coral Gables when we were kind of doing our recruiting pitch, myself and Yaine and Manny, this being the norm. And at that time it was a little bit more of a dream and a vision, but Manny bought in, he wanted to be a part of it. Everybody knows he's the guy here, and he's the one that kind of started this whole thing. And to see him year in, year out.
Sounds like Manny has intercepted AJ.
He has indeed. Last one. AJ, you have introduced a portion of Padre fans to some of the best years of Padre baseball. And as I said, I know there's an ultimate goal, but how do you feel? You've been kind of the one spearheading on it. I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but I think you got to on this one.
I know Jesse and you talk about these being the golden years. That was the idea. And I think when Peter Ron sat down with our group in 2016, it was, hey, when we get to 2020, we want to be good year in, year out this decade. It's just fun to bring a lot of joy to the fans of San Diego. We have such a good organization, such a good group. It's great to be a part of it. Got some steps to do now. It's like getting in is the start. Now it's all about trying to win that World Series ring and go put a flag here in San Diego.
Dry up. Enjoy yourself, brother. AJ, this season started off amazingly well, and it kind of had to tread water there in the middle part of the season. You go out, you make the moves to improve this ball club. Is this part of what you envisioned when you went out and made those moves?
Yeah, I think, we play great ball to start the season. Hopefully we start the year and end the year playing our best ball of the year. And yeah, I think the deadline, we need to round the club out. So we thought we had a team that could get to this point. Probably, knew we needed some reinforcements. Our baseball ops team did a great job. I think seeing Freddie get the big hit tonight was fun to watch. I think it was all part of the puzzle, honestly, just rounding out the team.
Throughout the course of the season, different things have popped up in terms of what you guys needed to add or what you needed to improve. Talk about this coaching staff, because they seem to pull a lot of things out of guys that hadn't reached the potential that we've seen them reach this year. Yeah,
you look at Gavin Sheets that comes here with the opportunity, talking to Schulte, Victor, Mike McCoy's done an unbelievable job with Gavin. You see guys like, at the end of the day, you look at the bullpen piece of David Morgan coming up through the organization, coming back.
And it's time to announce today's winner. If you are announced, I'm telling you in advance before you hear your name, so there's no, reaction time. You can get right at it. You got 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973. 10 minutes. And once you do that, you qualify for the grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends. A night in the Odyssey Suite, Padre game. All of us will be there this coming season. Remember to register your name. For those who haven't, go to 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Today's biggest fan is Tracy Parsons of Poway. No, Tony did not choose this, but it is a fellow Powegian. How do you like that, Tony, that I was aware of the
I like it,
you're
man.
a Powegian. Tracy Parsons, you have 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973. If you know Tracy, let them know that they have won. Before we get to our interview with Mark Ziegler, previewing tonight's Aztec season opener, the college football playoff first poll of the year is out. And a couple of things stood out to me. Number one, Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Alabama. Those do appear to be at the moment the four better, best teams. So they're going to get the buys as it stands now. Here's the one I like the most, though, guys. Number 5, Georgia. Why do I like that? Because if the Aztecs make it, and we are the only ones talking about this, by the way.
We are.
Everyone else around the country.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, right. Everyone else around the country is like, oh, no, Memphis or North Texas or somebody else getting that spot. We keep, don't forget about us. Anyway, if the Aztecs get into the playoff, they would be the 12 seed. You know that, right? They'd be the lowest one. So they're going to play the 5. So it's very interesting to me who's going to be the 5. And I want it to be Georgia because we're coming after you, Adam Klug. Just want that on the record.
That would be so
Wouldn't
much
that be
fun
amazing going to Athens, Georgia to beat and Kirk Kenny having to drive cross country?
Because he would drive.
He won't fly.
He will drive.
I mean, he'll hit up every Chick-fil-A on the way.
Well, he won't need to hit up everyone because there's a bunch of them in
He's got
Georgia.
all kinds of Chick-fil-A's to choose from. Kirk, you're good. But he would have to leave the minute the announcement is made. Yeah. So anyway, that's the story. Right now, Memphis is the highest team ranked in the group of 5. Memphis is 8-1. They finished with 3 games. 2 of them are tough, though, at home against Tulane and Navy. But they also have to win the conference championship. You cannot go into the playoff if you don't win the conference championship. So Memphis, to me, is still 4 wins away from claiming that spot.
You have to take care of business completely.
And if they don't, North Texas is in that conference. They're a possibility. But again, they'd have to win the championship. And if not those 2, I'm pretty sure the Aztecs are going to be ahead of everybody else, Tony, if they go undefeated the rest of the way. So we are the only ones kind of talking about it, but we're keeping hope alive. There you have it.
No.
By the way, it's so early, you can read the rankings, but Texas and Oklahoma right now are the first 2 out. So they're the ones
What happened to Arch Manning being the second coming of
he actually played very well last
Young.
week. He actually played very well last week. I think he had 3 touchdowns, 300 yards.
Arch is in a tough spot.
So he might he might eventually get some things done. But
he's in a tough spot. Yeah. The amount of expectation is
there was no way
just through the roof.
No way he could live
with with 2 uncles that were possibly
and a grandfather who wasn't bad,
right? You know what I'm saying? So
they put him as the Heisman Trophy favorite before he ever stepped on the field,
before he ever started like a season.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mannings, I heard a story about Peyton Manning that I thought was hilarious. During his playing career, he used to look up the names of the opposing players' wives and then use them as audibles so that when he would be like, Tina, the guy would be like, what the heck? Did you just say Tina? Isn't that great? Isn't that great? And then he would say things like, oh, how's the family doing? And then name things about the family. And
nothing wrong with any little games like that.
I love that.
Little intel has never hurt anybody.
Yeah, I love
And here we thought Peyton Manning was kind of a dork out there. He knew what he was doing.
He's motivating
He just
Manning.
looked like a dork. He did actually.
Yeah, but ever
play
since
like...
he became, but you're right. And when he became motivating Manning on Saturday Night Live, he stepped into a whole nother stratosphere.
By the way, Tracy called in.
Yay!
Thank
Good
you,
for
Tracy.
you, Tracy.
Nice, Tracy.
Hey, you qualify for the Odyssey Suite prize. Good for you, Tracy. We'll have another biggest fan tomorrow. Again, if you haven't signed up, go to get yourself signed up. Register at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. Peyton Manning did not want to do that YMCA ad. He thought it was going to portray him in a bad light.
Glad he did it.
So glad he did it. The other thing that I didn't know, I guess I should have figured it out, but that whole thing was like a Nerf football. It wasn't even a real football that he was throwing at the kids. And he said that the parents of the kids were on the sidelines out of the camera, and they were all like, throw it at my kid. Like, they wanted it. That is a classic.
That kind of launched him into the second.
It made him a
part
real
of his
person
career.
for the first time. No question
He
about it.
went from Omaha to this whole new thing.
Whole new deal for
Peyton Manning, motivating Manning.
Manning is a good one.
All right. Aztecs, Long Beach State opener. You might even be on your way to Viejas for the game. If you are, after traffic, you'll get a pretty good look ahead from Mark Ziegler.
From the 8
tournament, I mean, there were so many issues and questions around it. So a lot of people wanted to watch to see UNC lose, and then San Diego State gets blown out on national TV. And so it's something that sticks with you. And, and I think they turned it into a positive because every time in practice, they start to slack a little bit. A coach will remind them, a teammate will remind them, and they just say UNC. That's all they'll say. And it keeps you a little bit humble. We'll see how it works and how long that fuel lasts and how they use it. But it definitely was a motivating factor throughout the summer. And when you're trying to push through workouts, because it's college basketball now is a grind.
Yeah.
I mean, you're starting, right when the season ends, you're doing individual workouts. You get the month of June to do whatever you want. A lot of players stay here even for that. And then starting the first week of July, you're practicing all week and you're doing fitness workouts. And then you get into September, it's 5 days a week, 2, 3, 4 hours a day of film and practice and weights. It's a grind. There's no games. And so this is the game that we remember.
Mark, since we're talking about Miles, I kind of want to stay at that young man. I mean, he tested the NBA waters a little bit. He ends up coming back. Obviously, this program is known because of how well these guys stick together. But for a guy individually like Miles Bird, what is he looking to improve as he, I assume is trying to get himself moved up a little bit in what could be a draft year?
Yeah, I mean, he was going to be probably a pick in the 40s, high 30s, low 40s, but probably not get a guaranteed contract. And then, you can maybe get a two-way. But then you're in the G League and there's no guarantee. You can get cut and get hurt, and you're just kind of, floating around out there. He wants a guaranteed contract, and so that's what he's trying to move up, whether that's moving up 5 spots, 10 spots in the draft. He just wants to be in a position where he gets a guaranteed deal. To do that, he's going to have to stay healthy. He's going to have to prove that he's more consistent, because he showed in flashes last year, that Colorado State game where he went against Nick Clifford and dominated him, and Nick Clifford starting as a rookie in the NBA. It shows you his potential. He played really well in the draft combine scrimmages. So he's shown that potential, but even by his own admission, he really tailed off in the second half of the season. He became the top of the board of opposing scouts without Reese Dixon Waters out there. And particularly when Magoo and Guelph went down, I mean, it was all just get real physical with Miles Bird and bump him around, and we'll double team him, and we'll focus on him, and we won't let him beat us. And he didn't respond very well to that by his own admission. So he's got to improve that consistency. But the thing I would say is his handles, which he's worked on a lot, and his shooting. He can't be a 30% three-point shooter. He can't be taking 30-footers willy-nilly, just trying to shoot his way into form. He has to be a little bit wiser about shot selection, and he's got to bring that number up into 35, 36, 37%. And if he does that, I think he'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I see the same thing, Mark. 30% from three. I mean, in this day and age, you got to be pushing the 40% mark. I want to ask you about one player that we haven't talked at all about, and we've talked about pretty much all of these kids, all the transfers, the freshman, Elsie Harrington. What about the other freshman, Simmons? Is he a possibility? Do we see some of him this year? And the other one is Majak, the other young man from South Sudan. I watched the UCLA game. I mean, he towers up there at 7'1", and his arms, he ought to be able to block a shot standing still. Are these two guys that we might see something of and could kind of come out of the pack?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, right off the bat, probably yes, especially with Tay Simmons, because without Magoo and Guelph out there, particularly tonight, right? Still hasn't been cleared. Hoping to get cleared Thursday. Jeremiah Odin will start at the 4, but who's going to back him up at the 4? Well, the number one candidate right now is Tay Simmons. He's going to get those minutes. He got those minutes in the exhibition, and he missed a lot of preseason practice. He had a hamstring injury. I think something else was bothering him, and so he missed some reps, which is really tough as a freshman. So I didn't have a lot of expectation for him in the scrimmages, and he really showed up.
Yeah.
He plays hard. He gets rebounds. He brings energy, which is what you want in a bench player. And so he does all those things And I think they kind of thought, well, okay, he's a freshman. He understands his place on a veteran team. He'll be okay if he doesn't play. We won't play him that much, maybe even redshirt him. And I think he's kind of played his way out of that a little bit. Now he's going to get 2 or 3 games early here without Guath out there to get some minutes and show what he can do with it. If he continues to progress the way that he has, I think he might be sneaking in the end of that rotation. Now, sophomore is a little bit different. He's only been playing basketball a few years. He's made incredible strides. I mean, I've watched the improvement from his first practice to what he is now, and it's night and day. And I think he'll just keep going. But I don't know how much he's going to play this year because you've got Miles Heide, you've got Farrell Compton as 5s, and I think there'll be situations where Magoon Guath plays 5, and they go with a smaller lineup around him. So there's not going to be a lot of minutes, but there will be situations where guys get in foul trouble, or the other team has a 5-man who doesn't go out on the perimeter and is not a real shooter, and they can just park him under the basket and block shots and grab rebounds. So I think you will see him a little bit, but it just won't be regular minutes.
Season tips off tonight, 7 p.m. down at Viejas Arena. Mark, as always, appreciate you coming on, spend some time with us.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, will do. I'll talk to you guys.
Tip off, 1 hour, 6 minutes. From now. Is that not? Thank you, Scrape. Is that not the greatest turnaround job in the history of sports? Steve Fisher and Brian Betcher.
Yes.
I'm sure there's somebody out there who can argue their own turnaround success story, but they weren't at Peterson Gym watching Aztec games with 55 fans.
A 1-win team turned into this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's proof that with patience, good things can come.
Proof is in the pudding.
Indeed.
All right.
I really don't know.
I don't know why you said that, but yes.
Because you said proof. You know?
Scrappy, I don't know. I want to know what's for dinner, but I want to know what you're having for a snack, because obviously dinner is not dinner unless it's really dinner.
Right.
What's the girlfriend bringing over?
She's not bringing me anything. I'm eating turkey meatloaf tonight. So
that's what you think. She's over there eating it right now.
Oh, she's wait, what?
Scrappy Chronicles are next. Stick around. We'll see you tomorrow.